Vibe blowing up the jack, got the loud jumping at the back. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the bands jumping at the bag. Vibe blowing at my jack, got the loud jumping at the back. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the bands jumping at the bag. Another milestone, look at that. Paper boy, I'm a paper route till I'm 6 down on my back. I'm an old soul like my dad. My old girl's still a fan. And yo girl at the live show, so don't act like I ain't the man. I'm kicking my feet up, you frank like Aretha. I'm calm, but I'm teed up, just flip me a stack. The re-up just doubled up off of the muscle, I stuck to the task. They see me, I'm troubled, I'm bubbling up till it's stuck. And they want me to stay where I'm at. I'm good everywhere that I'm stepping, my presence is crucial. You know that this shit not no trend. On a big wave, I'm controlling the tide. Snake eyes when you rolling the dice. So with the stakes inside, I could never take another nigga advice. They can't reach the sky, I'm aiming up high. Just wanna know what it's like. Y'all know what it's like, I come from outside of this. Out the quicksand, I'm the big man, doing big things. Cop a big change, up a state lines, doing stage dives on cam. It ain't no limit to my vision. Check the temp, I'm on fire with it. Got the bands jumping out the bag, Prosecco on ice. I'm nobody nice, gonna run up a check. Demand my respect, I'm doing the most. I never quit, they want me to quit. I'm good as it come, I'm good as it gets. Vibe blowing at the
and you're in the Desert Storm bunker with Hollywood CGA.
Yeah. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Ayy, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Ayy, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor.
What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you.
For being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to the Boss Up Show, part of the Free Agent Lifestyle Podcast here on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You in here with the Bruce Wayne, and this is the King of Kings, the King of Content, and the Speaker of Truth. Yours truly, the Notorious One,
New World Order,
a.k.a. Mr. Coachellini, better known as the Prognosticator, Coach Stradamus, and you're in the Desert Storm bunker with none other than Hollywood CGA or EWF. That is every woman's fantasy in the whole fucking show. I'm the CEO Niggero of Fixes Binds LLC, the unbinder, the undebatable, the undisputed best entertainment here on YouTube. Undisputed. You can call me Senor Gregorio Graybeard. The ladies love to call me in Asia Mr. Third Leg Greg. Also the man with one for my hoe. That is the Mitch Slapper. You're looking at the anointed one.
acknowledge me.
The founding father of the after pill, because the red pill is dead. The junior college sociologist, the Morpheus of the Matey Matrix, the chocolatey Confucius, the Black Moses, the deliverer. Also known as the man that walks in the spirit of Elijah. I'm the man with more nicknames than anyone in the game. But in case you forget those names, just call me CGA. That is C God Allah. And I be the 14-time the Monetized champion of YouTube. We got a great show for you today. We talked about this and touched on this on yesterday's stream, but I had a famous YouTuber contact me and he said, man, you going in on this subject matter. And I said, I haven't even begun to go in on this subject matter, but we're going to do it today. The misery and humiliation of the man in no man's land himself, the man who is the fallback / cleanup guy. This guy, the misery and the humiliation of being the fallback guy. Okay. Check this out, man. We got a great show for you lined up. We're going to dive deep into this topic, why this particular man is causing havoc amongst the dating marketplace and landscape, because these men are choosing alternative options. These aren't men that are booger eaters. They don't live in their parents' basements. These are men with decent jobs, maybe middle class jobs, upper middle class jobs, and they're choosing alternative paths like free agent lifestyle, like passport bros, like things like this that tend to bother particularly people who are looking for fallback men to clean up, like stepdaddies and stuff like this. Men are abdicating, or they're not participating in that particular dating culture. They're finding frustration. They're fighting back. And what happens is these men, because they don't participate, they get called all kind of names. We're going to see a bunch of videos that cover this to go along with this message, but we got a lot of things that we need to touch on this, and that's going to be at the third hour of today's show. We're also going to have look at this bitch ass nigga segment. We're going to allow the haters to come on up, all right, because it's going to take them a couple of weeks to know that they're going to be given a platform to come on up. They're going to have to watch the entirety of the show, or at least a portion of the show, before they come on up here and let they hating ass ways come up here, hating ass ways to expose themselves on my show. I'm going to allow them a platform to expose themselves. Hating ass niggas. Yes, indeed. All right. The segment is called Look at This Bitch Ass Nigga. We also have It's an Evil World We Live In. We have that coming up. We also have Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Yes, we do have Straggles and Sniggles, and we have Fuck You Boss Up and much, much more. But to contribute to today's show, $ the Notorious CGA on the Cash App. It is Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV. PayPal is paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams, and that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And you can super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. Do you guys know what message do most people, let me see here, what message do most people hear when they hear that, when they hear from women, and particularly about being the fallback guy? Like, if they're the fallback guy, they'll get a particular text message from women, and it'll always sound the same. What text message do you think that is? All right, what text message do you think that is? I don't know, man. Maybe you can guess early on in today's show. All right, maybe you can guess it. But anyway, let me get to the earlier contributors to today's show, because we want to get those brothers acknowledged and all of that stuff. Somebody said, "Hey, big head, you're so sweet." Hey, big head. Hey, stranger. All right, we got the hey, big head. We just friends. Okay, friend zone is not really the fallback guy, but I see what you're talking about there. How you doing, friend? Hey, milk dud head ass niggy. All right, your hubby material. Hey, you. Hey, you. Hey, you. Hey, stranger. What you doing, stranger? I miss you. Hey, handsome. Hey, handsome. Just checking on you. Yes, I've been thinking about you. Yeah, man. These are you up? Yeah, I don't know about that one, but yeah, that could be one right here. Why didn't we ever hook up? How many people believe that they've been the fallback guy in relationships? We're going to talk about that. This has been a lot of guys, and a lot of guys. This is a segment of guys that haven't had a platform to discuss it. It's been discussed for many years, but I don't think anybody's gone into the depth of being this guy, because sometimes even women that use men as a fallback guy, they don't think this guy has any options. That's why she uses him as a fallback guy. And there's a method that she uses to kind of get with him. And some guys are relationship oriented, so they fall for it. They have no clue. But there's guys that are clued in. So, you know, you've been the guy that's been you. I think many guys have been a fallback guy. There's been guys that have no shot in the dating marketplace, and many people have been talking about these guys, incels, booger eaters. They live in their mom's basement, right? Incel, you know, they've been talking, but it's easy to dismiss a guy that is frustrated with dating as an incel, all right, or a booger eater, bigger. But most guys are fallback guys, and it's like, you know, you don't like how you've been treated, but you don't know how to express what you don't like. But we're gonna express it for you. We're going to express it for you. Hey, handsome is the one that I get a lot. Hey, handsome. And it doesn't matter who the woman is. All right. She could be a 304. She could be a JUCO. She could be a regular woman. She could be a single mom. I get the hey, handsome a lot. Hey, handsome. All right. You're like, I'm like, how does everybody arrive at this hey, handsome thing? All right. This is just, to me, it's a smack in the face. I know some women be like, well, why is it so bad? And some dudes will be like, never. Women never call me handsome. I can understand that. Okay. But when I hear, hey, handsome, I just be like, another one. Here you go. He says, I can't stand that BS. I can't stand hey, handsome. That pisses me off. It irks me. Now, I don't tell him that, but it irks me because I'm already then classified this woman as who she is. I'm like, all right, here she is. All right, she's using me as a fallback. She's a whore. All right. I don't qualify as the guy that they just fuck off the rip. You know, like they just be like, all right, I just got to have them fucking dip. Because we know women do this. We know that they do this. And of course, it's frustrating the men because you almost are never that guy. Right, you're never the guy she just fucks off rip. Or I'd be like, all right, I'm not going to get anything from this guy, so I might as well just give him some pussy and run. But most of the time, you got to work for it and all that stuff and do all these things and jump through hoops and hurdles and pass tests and all that stuff and meet standards. All right, and hey, handsome means you have to meet standards. You have to qualify. You got to go through humiliation ritual of dating. And it's frustrating, right? And as young men, it's frustrating. Now, first and foremost, I'm just a dirty old man over here. All right, I'm past the age of dating and finding a partner for marriage and relationships. Not to say it wouldn't happen, but I'm way past that. I'm just having fun digging out guts out here. I'm out here having fun tricking. All right, I'm having fun fucking young women. All right, that's what I'm doing out here and giving them a couple of fistful of 20s. That's where I'm at in life, just so you guys know.
I got money.
I'm not like these old heifers out here trying to date men and find a quality guy at 40, 50, and 60. I just think it's useless and pointless. Why? All right, what would I be doing marrying somebody? We're the 19, 20-year-olds. All right, let me fuck on them and poke on them. I know, niggas, I know I'm a predator. All right, I'm just putting hands on hips worldwide, internationally. All right, but, you know. That's what I'm doing. I'm not relationship material at all. And I'm honest about that. I'm not one of these guys up here complaining about relationships, saying I'm a perfect relationship material guy, but I'm not. Do not come around here looking for a relationship. I'm going to cheat on you in 2 seconds. Right? I'm cheating on you for real. I might slip up and say, all right, we can get in a relationship, but I'm going to cheat on you. I am. I'm going to be out here with these motherfucking hoes. All right, that's what I'm doing out here. So I'm not the one that's complaining about relationships because I'm not successful at getting one. I'm not the one. I ain't the one who get played like a poop butt. See, I'm from the streets, so I know what's up on you silly games that's played by the women. Cause yo, all I'm doing is running up in them. But you know, I'm a menace to society, but girls in biker shorts are so fly to me. So I step to them with aggression. Listen to the kid and learn a lesson today. See, they think we never mind it because they got a cute face and big behind it. So I walk over and say, how you doing? Because I'm only down for screwing. But you know, I try to play it off cool. But if you catch you slipping, you get school or get you for your money, son. Next thing you know, you get their nails and their hair done for them. They'll let you show them off. Because when it comes to sex, they got a bad cough or a headache. It's all give and no take. Run out of money and watch a heart break. They'll drop you like a bad habit. All right, shout out to Ice Cube in the building. NWA and Ice Cube. All right. Yes, I listen to that gangster shit. Shout out to JC says, Andrew Wilson is licking sniz where other men put their jizz, a.k.a. his wife's box. Woo, wait. All right, man. Shout out to Andrew Wilson. All right. Shout out to Andrew Wilson. How's he doing? How's his career doing? All right. After my debate, how's his career doing?
So I could focus on my career.
Daniel Mack is in the building. He says, you better boss up out here. Gentlemen, it's boss up season out here. Treat yourself out here. Treat your motherfucking self. And if you're a woman that texts me, hey, handsome, I'm just going to think you're a reformed skeezer. All right. That's who I'm going to just say, okay, this is a whore trying to get off the cock carousel. And we're having fun out here. Are we having fun? Yes, we are. All right. It's crazy out here. Shout out to our brother here. It's hustle air day. 2 weeks ago, Moderna secured funding for the bird flu vaccine. Okay, there's a bird flu out here. New question: did the U.S. just overthrow a foreign government? And is that the same thing as Russia did Ukraine? Like, what's the difference? It's all war to me.
New world
Well,
order.
yeah, I could go into that. People listen, politics is is one of those things I don't like to go into. I think it was probably appropriate to overthrow him. Number one, that's because he lost an election. I mean, it was coming down there. I saw it coming. That's why I went solo. I think it was a decent idea, but yeah. Who's gonna stop USA? Nobody. Nobody. I mean, yeah. I mean, hypocrisy, sure, but it is what it is. There ain't I can't do anything about it. One thing I learned about, being overseas is that talking about politics all the time, you can't do nothing about it. All right, there's nothing you can do about it. You just gonna have to let that shit play out. All right, anyway, shout out to our brother Jeff, the producer, in the building. Oh, I appreciate you. All right, Jeff, the producer, in the building. Hold on for a second. Somebody just messaged me. All right, hold on for a second. Let me see here. This person interrupted me during my stream. Okay, and we also have, let me see if I can find the Mactivity out here. Shout out to Mr. Lucario, Mac Lives Matter. What's Mr. Lucario doing these days? Shout out to him. And shout out to our brother here. It is Swarthy Wizard. Coach, it's interesting that you study Eastern philosophy. You think the community will be enlightened if you was to teach it on your channel? Nope. No. All right. No, man. Listen, I studied a little Eastern philosophy while I was over there in the Orientals. All right. At some particular point, the Asian people are going to be like, stop Asian hate. All right. But I was in the land of the Orient, by the way. And, looking at the past philosophers, it's so interesting to look at the things that are being taught by the modern day philosophers of today. Yes, we are the modern day philosophers. We're basically taking our philosophy to the airwaves. And it's funny how close we are to each other, even though we lived, thousands of years apart. We've arrived at some of the same conclusions, give or take some things here. And there's one angle of the Eastern philosophy that I've yet to really put on public display. I'm actually doing the opposite of what they teach, but at some particular point, it'll be something that maybe I'll present in my philosophy. But today, nope. You could probably guess what it is if you study philosophy. If you study philosophy, you can probably guess what element of philosophy that I'm missing that they might teach in Buddhism or Taoism or any of that. You can probably guess what I'm missing. All right, but I've yet to put that on public display yet. Public display. Behind the scenes, not so much. All right, anyway, shout out to you. Do I think the community can benefit from me teaching? No. I've given up on the Black community so long ago. I have no hope for the Black community. I remember lead attorney. Shout out to the lead attorney. By the way, I've been catching up on YouTube. What is lead attorney doing? How is he doing? I hope he's doing well. All right. But I remember he had right after the Andrew Wilson debate, and I had that segment where I was talking about the Black community, and I'm like, the Black community's cooked. And there were some Black people going, well, man, some of his fans were upset with me for saying that. And because they still have hope for the Black community, and I have none. All right, I have zero hope. I have zero interest in helping the Black community at all. I think the idea of the Black community is retarded, if you will. But with that being said, some of his fans and some of the pro-Blacks were caught off guard, and he actually did a poll on his show and found that most people agreed with me. Most people agreed with me. All right, they agreed with me that the Black community is essentially cooked, which is there's no helping it because there's so many things that you can't control that have been that's going to oppose you, opposing forces, namely, number one, ignorance. Okay, number one, ignorance. Number two, poor mating selection. I mean, you can't outbeat bad breeding. You can't outbeat bad breeding. Poor mate selection is one of the number one issues that have kept the Black community in the position that it is in this normally younger women making poor mate selection and men making poor mate selection, choosing bad mates. And you can't outbeat bad breeding. So what am I going to do? I mean, I'm going to teach ignorant people how to, get over ignorance. They're too busy. They're too busy worrying about white people. All right, there's bigger issues to worry about other than white folks. Shout out to white people. But yeah, they too busy worried about white people all the time. I see it on Twitter all the time. By the way, I went viral on Threads. I just realized that maybe a day or two ago because I schedule my threads and I don't look at the comments. All right, I let that comment section belong to you. But this morning I looked, I was like, oh, I went feral on Threads with a post about women showing up to dates and vacations on their periods. And I'm pretty sure the ignorance were in there. The ignorance were in there, but I don't make content to argue with people in comment section. So whatever people had to say, I don't give a fuck what you have to say about me and my opinions on Threads and Twitter and whatever. I just put my shit out there and let y'all deal with it. I did get a community note, all right, on there, but I see that most people agree with me. But of course, they was probably throwing Hail Marys at me. As an example, probably most people that disagreed with me were of the melanated type, ignorance. All right. So if they were talking shit about me, it is what it is. I ain't got no care. I don't care. I don't care what you think about what I say. I'm going to just say it and then y'all deal with it. Anyway, shout out to the Coach Gang. We got a great show for you lined up. Let me see what we got here. Okay. We're going to do Straggle and Sniggle Theater first. Let's get into it. Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Let's run that intro.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me. You can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky. Come get high with me. That's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We back. Okay. Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Men are easy. Let me show you how easy men are. We have an edited video of a Kaylee, a nice little flat back Supreme Kaylee, walking up to men holding their hands, right? These are strangers that she's walking at the beach. This to be possibly Manhattan Beach, Venice Beach, I can't tell. And she's walking up. You can see her right there, a little petite cheerleader type Kaylee. And she's walking up to men. And what she's going to do is she's going to hold their hand. I want to hold your hand. And she's going to see how they react to her. You can see her. You can see her there. You know, black people are going to say she's an ugly woman. Okay. Or whatever. All right. She ain't my type. She ain't thick enough. But we're going to see how they react when this little Kaylee holds their hands. Okay. So here we go right here. This is Rachel Red's Kaylee edition.
Where you going?
Where are you going?
Going to the beach. You coming with us?
Maybe.
Hi. That's good.
How are you?
Good.
Good. What are you up to?
Good.
Just chilling? Are you from here?
No.
No?
New York.
Oh, that's cool.
And you?
Oh, I'm not from here. I go to Tallahassee, FSU.
Oh,
You know, that's cool. Florida State University? No?
It's my first time here.
Oh, okay.
Hello. How you doing? You want me? What's your name?
Hey.
What's your name?
Oh, mouthpiece nigga, look at him.
Yeah, that's brother starving.
All right, mouthpiece nigga. All right, and this is the easiest come up free piece of pussy he think he about to get. Look at him.
Yeah, that's brother starving.
All right, and he's starving. He like, what's up? Let's talk. Can we talk for a minute?
No.
Caught. All right, caught.
Yeah, that's brother starving.
All right, yeah, you got caught. Yep, on video, and you probably got a girlfriend, a strag that you say you don't pay for. All right, yeah. Where's my gotcha bitch sound effect? It's been a long time. Yeah, so.
Hi.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh,
Are you
hey.
from here?
I'm not from here.
No. Well, we have to go out sometime. Come on.
And look at how easy men are. Look.
Yeah, that's brother starving.
And I'm not mad at him. You know what I mean? I would have done the same thing. I'm just saying, we're just doing testimony here. Look how easy men are. And this is where, when we talk about women approaching men, if men want women to do the approaching and the choosing, this is what would happen. You would take every woman that approaches. Like, it would be that easy. We would have, instead of 9 billion people on the planet, we'd have 18 billion in less than 20 years. All right, because you would everybody would be fucking. All right, we wouldn't get any work done. But yeah, look how easy men are. All they need is a woman to walk up and hold a hand, a pretty cute little woman, and it's over. It's over.
It's Miami.
Are you from here?
No. I just moved here though.
Nice.
So I'm meeting new friends and stuff.
Awesome. I'm from San Diego.
Me too.
No, you're lying.
Oceanside.
For real?
Yeah.
Oceanside, Skeezer. All right, that's Skeezerville. All right. That's definitely a Oceanside Skeezer.
Grandma.
Oh, awesome.
When did you move here?
2 years ago.
Look at them pancakes in the back there. Look at them pancakes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hi.
Hi, how you doing?
You don't like to hold hands?
No, we're kind of busy about it.
You're busy? Busier for me? That's crazy. Come on.
You're such an NPC.
Oh, that's
okay.
not nice.
okay. Only Chad. Okay, we're gonna call him Chad. All right. For just to bookmark him, it's a bookmark term. He's tall. He's 6'5" with a blue eyes. He's the only one to reject her. He's like, nah, I'm good. It's like, what? He's the only one to be like, nah, I don't like the whole hands with strange whores. What? Chad's not starving. All right. Everybody else went easy. 6'5" with a blue eye was like, nope, I'm good. I don't like the. I got plenty of you whores. All right. Yes, you're not gonna get me on film starving. And look at them black women in the background. Just so you know, juxtapose here. Look at them. I still haven't found my elephant sound effect. All right, just hold on for a second. I gotta find it. I gotta hold on. We gotta do this live. Let me be patient here because my elephant sound effect is going to go crazy right now. I gotta get this going. Take a look at what you see in the back picture here. Okay, what you see in the picture in the back. All right, give me my elephant sound effect. I don't know why I can't find it. By the way, I'm looking at hundreds and hundreds of sound effects here. All right. So damn, for some reason, I think it's on this page, but I can't find it. It's not jumping out at me. I'm going to have to find where that button is. All right. Anyway. All right. The fat women watching my show don't want me to find the button because they know the button is going to be hit 100 times. I can't see. Oh, there it is. I found it. All right. All right. Yes, indeed. All right, I found it. All right, look at the black women in the back. Okay, let me stop. This segment is going way too far.
That's not nice. I'm not an NPC. Hi. Can I hold your hand?
No.
No? Why not?
Because I'm compromised.
Oh, you're compromised? Yeah. What does that mean?
Have a go.
You're married?
Yeah.
Oh, well, good job.
Okay.
Hey.
Right.
Hey. Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Can I hold your hand?
No.
Okay, look, I haven't seen this whole video, but look at that. Okay, so there is hope for men. There is hope for men. So, okay, we had the compromised guy, the married guy. He's compromised. I thought he had HIV. All right, but we had Chad turn him down. The married guy turned her down, and the old sugar daddy turned her down. He was like, no, bitch, I go right to seeking arrangements, man. I don't need you, skeezer. All right, you money grubbing whore. Right. He was like, no, bitch, no. I go straight to the club to put my finger and thumb up your butt. No, get away from me, you gold digging scuzzy.
No? Why not? Where are you going?
You walking fast. Okay, all right, he going.
Hi. How are you? Can I hold your hand? No? No, you don't want to hold hands?
Huh?
You don't want to hold hands?
Hold hands?
Yeah. Like this. No? Oh, together?
Oh, hey, okay. It's Florida.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Where from?
Oh, I'm from here.
Huh?
I'm from here.
Really?
Are you?
This video.
Daddy?
Daddy.
You're my dad?
All right, this is Miami. It's a lot of fugazi ass shit going on here in Miami. Or a lot of these guys saying they compromise and they fugazi as hell.
Okay, Daddy.
All right, we got a lot of fugazi shit going on right here.
You're my dad, though. Wait. Weren't we meeting? You're not him?
All right, so what do we learn here? What did we learn? We learned black men are easy. All right, a couple men knew her game. Chad, sugar daddy, old sugar granddaddy, and the married guy was like, I ain't doing it. I got a Karen at home. She gonna mess around and mess me up. All right. And we learned that many guys are easy. That's what we learned. Straggle and Sniggle Theater, we have a guy begging for money at the gas station with a woman with a sports car, right? There you see there, we have a supercar here. This woman makes some videos. I don't know if her videos are real or not, but she's at a gas station and she's recording a man, a bum ass nigga, asking her for money.
Food. I can't get you a place to stay.
No, I'm not saying give me.
Yeah.
If I get them enough money, I feel let me stay. You call. Want food or you food?
You want cash?
I don't got cash.
No, it could be cash app. Can you call the number?
Huh? No, I say all I'm buying you is food. Sorry, bro. Yeah.
If I could prove to you
Still, like I need to see you.
You find someone better than us.
He's mad we didn't buy him a hotel. Oh my god. People are crazy. I can get you food. I can't.
Sorry, this is something that anybody that knows that they feel like when you feel like you made it in life, a lot of people will bum off of you, right? They're like, you can spare $5, 10, 20, 80, 100, because in their mind, it's nothing to you. All right, you should be able to just give it to me and you can afford it. And this is what happens when you go out and flex and floss and you buy nice cars. This is why I always go to the same gas station. I don't go to gas stations off the grid. Okay. So like, I know when to gas up. I know where to get my car washed. I know all of this stuff. I don't go off the grid. So I'm not in an emergency. I'm not always on E. Oh, let me stop here when I'm in the 911. All right. No, because this is what's going to happen, especially in Las Vegas. Okay. I can get away with that in Newport Beach, but not in Las Vegas. So, because when you do that and you're on the Flamingo, all right, you stop near the strip or something in Flamingo or Tropicana, and then you stop with all them bum ass niggas and washed out prostitutes. All right, they're gonna be hitting you up. All right, let alone start carjacking you, but they start bumming off of you. And look at this bum ass nigga. All right, so this is a lesson for you guys. Once you boss up, you can't just go randomly to certain gas stations and stops and 7-Elevens and stuff like that, because you got to go to the same one near your house where you know it's safe. And before you get a nice car, move to a nice neighborhood. But look at this bum nigga. All right. And he wants you to cash app. All right. That's how sleek the bums are getting. They want you to cash app them the money. I don't got no change. You can hit me on the cash app. Okay. One of the things here, please do not cash app a bum or somebody asking for money. Because what's going to happen? You all know what's going to happen. What do you think is going to happen if you cash app a bum? Okay, what's going to happen is they're going to hit your ass with a request every day. Every day, they're going to send you a money request every single Mickey Ficky day. Do not do it. Now you got to block them. They're going to harass you. Now they got your electronic device. Now they're going to be cash apping you money requests all the way from wherever they are. They just going to wake up in the morning, request money. All right, so never cash app a bum. And that goes for women bums too, with their children in front of the grocery store. By the way, I never give people bums money. All right, if you out on your luck and you ask me for money, you shit out of luck. All right, I'm not giving you money. Even if I had money, I'm not giving you money. So that's my advice for you guys. All right, never give people money on the streets. Never. All right, I don't even buy them a free meal. All right, let me get it. Nah, you ain't getting the goddamn thing from me. You ain't getting shit from me. I never give people on the street money ever. I remember I was walking with this woman. We were in Fremont. We were walking in downtown, near downtown Vegas and Fremont. And some kids came up to me, with their football uniform on. They were like, we play for the Bulldogs and we're selling candy. And I was like, fuck out of here, kid. And the woman was like, she's like
how dare you?
She was like 28-year-old. She was like, damn. She was like that. And I'm like, I don't give people on the street money. All right. I have a zero tolerance policy. I don't care if it's a kid talking about his football teams, raising money to play a football game in Florida. I'm like, fuck out of my way. All right. She was shocked. She was like, damn. I was like, I got kids to take of that. I got kids to take care of. All right. Let alone these bum ass kids running a scam. By the way, it's going to be a scam. All right. So The kids don't fundraise. All you have to do is find the football. Okay, let me find the football team on the internet. All right, look up they Pee Wee football. Contact the coach. Are you out here with kids selling candy? No, the football team don't exist. If they do, so it's a scam. They do the same scam in the Philippines. This is a scam. All right, so I don't feel bad for these punk ass kids out here trying to scam me for some $2, $3 chocolate bars. Get the fuck out of my face. All right, so anyway, but that woman was shocked at how quick I said. I was like, fuck out of here. All right, anyway, let's go into it. We have Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We have guys out here fighting back. They're doing all they can to fight back in the dating marketplace. We have a guy that says he introduces a new dating concept called financial celibacy. Financial celibacy. Let's hear what this means.
Yo, man introduces a new dating concept of financial celibacy. Yo, I've been saying this for the longest time. The same way that, you know, the only way a woman can truly know if a man is truly for them is by keeping their legs closed. Same thing applies to men. Fellas, if you want to know if she's truly for you, keep your wallets closed. No, for real though. Ladies, are y'all going for this? If you dating a guy, he's a great guy, but, you know, y'all pop out, you know, y'all go grab some food. Bill come and he hit you with the, it's a little too soon for me. I'm saving myself for marriage.
All right. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give this an L. All right. So, listen, the reason why I'm going to give this an L, number one, he's laughing at it. You know, he knows that this is not going to work. It's a tactic. It's a ploy. I get what they're trying to do. They're saving their money so they don't have to pay and get used and finesse for their $75. I get it. But it comes off as it's kind of drizzle. And we know how that ended. It didn't go anywhere. It was a nothing burger, but it was fun for about 3 weeks. Right? It was fun for about 3 weeks. All right, we're gonna make them pay. Yeah, I get it, man. Like I understand. Like if you were in a certain position in life, that was a cool little trend. But as you can see, it's gone nowhere. It's died. It hasn't gained momentum. The things that were trends that gained momentum, you know, Passport Bros certainly was a trend that gained momentum, and people have leaned into it. Drizzle fell apart because it wasn't gonna ever work, and men weren't gonna hold on to it. They didn't have the wherewithal to hold on to it. Same as this one, financial celibacy. It's something that it's a nice little funny line, but the woman's gonna eventually just dip, and then you're gonna figure out you need to find another way to say it. So it's I get what they're saying. I get what they're saying. It says right here, a financial celibacy is definitely resonating with men. It's not gonna last. It's a funny little joke. That's why I have it on Straggle and Sniggle Theater. It's a funny joke, but you'll never get to a date long enough for the date to end where you say, well, I'm practicing financial celibacy, so I'm not going to pay for the date. It's not going to last, but it's a nice little trick. Good luck. All right, good luck on that one. It'll be dead by 3 weeks. All right, I give it about 3 or 4 more weeks. By the time people make a couple more videos, it'll be dead. On arrival, 100%. All right, we have the end of Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Okay, it was a shorter segment, but it is what it is.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Has the modern dating landscape confused you? Have many of the standards that you heard you're kind of tired of hearing about, and you're wondering, what does it all mean? Well, look no further. Join us talking about the monetized dating marketplace right now on Locals, and it is CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can create a free account to join the conversation between the Coach Gang members, but also on Sunday, we do a live stream demonstrating all aspects of the monetized dating marketplace, and coming soon in 2025, you're going to have access to a sample of the monetized dating marketplace course where you can get information related to how to participate in the monetized dating marketplace and or how to understand it, so you're not out here spinning your wheels trying to figure out how you're going to best deal with the monetized dating marketplace. Listen, everything and every aspect of dating is monetized. We just want to relieve the frustration that you might have about it. So the best way to do it is make a free account right there on Locals, CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can get access to those live streams, but create a free account. Just join the conversation. I am the only one covering this conversation from this point of view. And yes, I am ahead of my time. Get ahead of the information before you're priced out. Having a party. Rest in peace to Luther Vandross in the building. Okay, shout out to you. Cash Apps in the building. We have G Money. Please share your hamburger story again. Motivation. Idea, make a hamburger story to your success now. Wow. That'd be a good idea for me to go to In-N-Out and do the hamburger story. It would be great if I had both of my kids to do the story with me. Shout out to you from small things to linglings. Shout out to you and shout out to all the lings out there.
I shut the fuck up.
All right. The hamburger story. Has someone never heard the hamburger story? All right. Humble beginnings. Press 1 in the chat if you've never heard the hamburger story. Yes, man. I was bad. I was deep down. I was down bad. Struggling and striving. Press number 1 if you've never heard the hamburger story. All right. Yeah, we got some people that never knew. All right. Look at y'all. We got some new people. Coach Gang never heard the hamburger story. All right. I'll try to revisit it here. All right. In a second here. Kevin Sullivan, Coach, I want to thank you for keeping us focused. After 4 years in my popcorn ceiling apartment, I'm moving to a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom house. You know, it'll be clap cheeks time. Boss up. And shout out to the Train Yang gang. Appreciate you, man. Congratulations. Kevin Sullivan's moving up and he's bossing out. He's bossing up. He's moving up and he's bossing up. Appreciate that, man, for sharing 4 years. You were down bad. You were not in the place you needed to be and you buckled up. You tightened your belt and now you're moving on up to the, and he going to be the Pussy Palace. The Pussy Palace. Just call it the Gentleman's Lair. He gonna be clapping cheeks in there. Abby Santee, a longtime Coach Gang member, says, welcome back, my brother. YouTube is nothing without Hollywood CGA. Salute, because we keep bossing up this new year. Shout out to you, man. We keep bossing up. Abby Santee, a longtime Coach Gang member. Is YouTube boring without CGA? I gotta save YouTube from y'all. Nobody can keep your attention longer than this, right? They can't. Bill Free Medium, welcome back, man. And shout out to the producer, BM from Detroit, Michigan. You guys have caused such a disruption in the Matrix revenue fund that the newly elected mayor is creating a special welfare fund for expecting single mothers. Laughing my ass off. Who is productive? It's not a producer. Who is the productive BM? I'm not sure who that is, but a special welfare fund for expecting single mothers. Yeah, man. Shout out to Detroit, Michigan. We're causing a disruption in the dating marketplace for sure because men are thinking a little bit longer about the relationships that they're engaging in. They're thinking about it and they're looking at it and they're vetting. Shout out to them. And they're not picking up the scraps. I just don't want men to pick up scraps and make bad decisions and be used. I don't mind getting used for money, but getting used for your heart, your time. Yeah, that ain't it. That ain't it. All right. $100 will fix all that. Castigator says, welcome back to the States. Have some money on to replenish the overseas JUCO budget. That is a co-sponsorship. Hey. I'm rich, bitch. Oh, yeah. Shout out to you. I'm rich, bitch. Let's go. Appreciate you, man. Man. We got that. That's good. Miles C says, Coach, you weren't lying about everybody sounds like you. I heard a popular dating coach say there's no hope for men and women. How soon before everyone across the planet sounds like you from your recent travels? Yes, indeed. They're arriving at the same point because you can't deny where the reality is going. There are some people engaging in relationships and short-term relationships and this and that, but the way we're doing it is not going to work for the majority or the masses. And I even see this internationally. I see what's going on internationally, and I'm like, yeah, we're just living in a new world, and you have to adapt. So these people were vehemently against me. We had some of these dating coaches talking about game and muscles and all that stuff, and eventually saying that Japanese is pricing, they're getting priced out even in Japan. It's monetized dating. It's what it is, and it's hard. Here's the problem with it: it's hard to be ahead of the game. It's hard to be the first one to bring up the subject matter. It's hard to be the early edition of it. It's hard, and I'm going to tell you why. Dr. J is a respected basketball player. Dr. J is held in high esteem, but Dr. J ain't getting $70 million a year like James Harden. Now, James Harden is more well-known, and he probably could be considered better than Dr. J. Some people might make that argument, but James Harden running around here 35, 40, 50, 55. Dr. J ain't never made that type of money his entire life. Okay. Magic Johnson got a $1 million contract. I'm sorry, a $25 million contract for 25 years. It was $1 million. It was the highest paid contract ever. And he was, everybody thought that was crazy. Now, today's players on the bench get $25 million. So it's hard to be great ahead of time, because then they say, well, you don't get your just due. You don't get your comeuppance. You don't get your just due. So that's why it's hard to be ahead. And sometimes you are ahead and people deny you, and you have to prove, and you have to bring up all the data and research, and you have to show and point, and you have to go here. And then what happens is, by the time people acknowledge it, they're basically just taking your work. They just take your work, that everything you did, and they just don't acknowledge you. They just say, oh, look, this is the reality. And they're literally 3 to 5 years to 8 years behind. I think the majority of people making content today about dating and relationships are legitimately 8 to 10 years behind me. They're 8 to 10 years behind me. Okay. But where I was. But today's information being put out on the internet, it's common. Like, I'm demonetized for doing that type of information. Today, people are doing that information and just sailing through the algorithm. You're just like, whoa. And getting all kind of like, and I'm literally just, I'm in cement blocks. Like, I'll do the same video and okay. So people are just catching up. The normies have caught up to where I was 8 to 10 years ago. And many people like me. They're way behind. So when then these people, they might watch my debate with Andrew Wilson, and they're sitting there like, what is this guy talking about, right? Why does he have any hope? Well, I've been saying what people have been saying all for 10 years, and people before me been saying it for 10 or 20 years. So, like, a lot of the data that has been put out about marriage, divorce, and all of that, I literally did a lot of the research. So did a lot of people like Obsidian and other content creators. We did all that research, but what people did was they listened to us, denied us, where you get your statistics and blah, blah, blah. We had to point to the websites. We had to go to the government websites. We had to do all this data. But then what happens is, once they start seeing the show, then they just swagger jack and just take our data and run with it. They never source it. They never said, hey, I heard it from Obsidian. I heard it from Coach Greg Adams. I heard it from Chris from League of Dads. They never do any of that. And it's that part is disheartening. The monetized dating marketplace, I'm ahead of my time. I was one of the first people to go out there and say that dating is monetized, like all men pay type of thing. Now, today, are you hearing more and more people say, I'd rather just pay for pussy? It's worth my piece. You guys realize 3 years ago, I went out on a limb to say that. Now it's common. I see it all the time. I'm like, wow. I see it all the time. And it's like, but I was the one being called all this trick and all of this stuff. I was literally just like, boom. I had to go through the storm and take the swords and the arrows. I had to get knocked down. And now it's common to say. People have arrived at it. And now it could just sell through the algorithm. People could just get away with it. And most people in the comment, oh, yeah, I agree. It's just better to go in straight ahead. You're like, even women are telling men to do it. Hey, just go hire somebody. It'll be better for you. So it's that part is frustrating. That part to me is like, dang, how come, I do have a chip on my shoulder about it. And it's one of the things that it bothers me sometimes, that I'm like, like, why they getting the pass for it now? All right. Men are in love, women are in business type thing. All right. It's the same thing. Now all of a sudden I've seen a post where they said whoever came up with men are in love, women are in business deserves the Nobel Peace Prize. Now it's whoever came up with it. You know, again, too much ahead of my time. So sometimes it's better to not be so much ahead of your time. But for me, my thoughts and my philosophies are things that I share that people think, they just don't know how to express it. I express it, and then people kind of take it and remix it and run with it. Once they see that, oh, coach got away with it. Okay, so he got away with it, so let me put it out there. And then it is what it is. type shit. Initial DL 84. He says, what's up, coach? Welcome back. I see the post you posted on Threads, and the comment posted there are from the most normie, unintelligent buffoons I've ever seen in my life. I have to keep myself from reading them. Keep your foot on their necks, coach gang. Free agent lifestyle for life. All right, shout out to you. So people are wondering, what threads are you talking about? You guys know that I post on Threads, and one went very feral. It went ham. Okay, wait a minute. Maybe it got deleted because I did see it. Okay, so this is what I posted on Threads, and it was posted 2 days ago. I haven't read any comments. You guys know me, man. I ain't got time to read them fucking comments. But here it is right here. This is what I posted. I said, women that don't let men know that they're on their period before they go on a date, before coming over to a man's house, or before going on a vacation with men are terrible human beings. Okay? Let him know beforehand the decision is his. All right, so that is the post. As you can see what happened there, 7.9K likes. The comment section's going litty. I don't know how they judge or, do any impressions. I don't know what happens. We have 458 shares, but that went crazy. Now, I don't know what the comment section is saying there, but I can imagine normally when I see that type of engagement, I know something's wrong, right? So that means the opposing side of the argument is going ham in the comments based on the ratio there. All right. So when I see 7.9K, I'm like, they getting personal in there. Okay. But to me, it is a truth. And so I don't need to see what the response was on that one because I know they're probably personally attacking me in there. All right. And but I believe that. I believe that it is women should always tell men the status of their cycle when it comes to these things. Like if you invite them over, if you invite them on a date, if you invite them over on a vacation, they should tell you what their cycle is. I think I'm going to be heavy bleeding when we go to Tulum or when we go to Santorini, Greece. That should be something that she discloses. I think I'm going to be bleeding like a stuffed pig during that week. If they don't, then it's disingenuous for sure, because they know what the intentions is of the date, why he is inviting her. They know that he's going to want that. Even if it's a regular date and she doesn't disclose before the date that's the status of her situation, then you take her on a date and then you start engaging in heavy petting, kissing, and all of that stuff. And then you're like, I see this can escalate. Let's go to my house. And she says, well, I'm on my period. I'm sorry. Well, you should have told me that beforehand. Then we could have rescheduled the date and then we could have but what women don't realize is that a lot of women have used that as an excuse. Even wives have used that as an excuse to not perform, but you got the result already. You already got the date, the attention. You already got the outcome in your desire, and you got to understand what his interest is. And now you pull back. All right. And I think that's very disingenuous. All right. So that's why I put that thread out there, and you can see it perform very well with, the comments. Look at the comments, 7.9. I actually had it wrong. The comments are 7.9K. All right. So you can see there the ratio, the likes were 746, but the comments were 7.9K. So you already know, wow. All right. What type of interaction that post got. You already know what was going on in there. 7.9K comments. All right, so there it is right there. So I don't know what was going on in there, but I don't engage with women after that. All right, it's a disingenuous tactic that a lot of women use to get out of performing, and you're only going to use that one time against me. Okay. One time, and that's the end of it. And I encourage all men to do the same. And in GN, it ain't tricking if it's a fair exchange. Men who commit to women with high body counts who weaponize sex is tricking. Means she's tricked you. All right. Yeah, I think tricking and simping, they're not using the definition properly. But, you know, people are still going to argue. And I think a lot of guys, and I see black guys, well, it's still tricking. Or they'll say, that's tricking, as it's going to stop a person from doing it. Okay. Same thing. That's simping. It ain't going to stop that person from doing it. Thank you for defining it. What happens is that person has to see what, you know, the errors of his ways at the end of the day. All right. With that being said, let's go ahead and talk about this. What do we got here? We got a lot of hit dogs hollering on Thread. That's what we got. But we got this guy right here. We got Good Egg, a.k.a. Fuck You, Boss Ups. Let's go right here. We got 2 videos on F You Boss Up.
You better boss up, nigga.
And the first video is a guy talking about what makes a person intelligent. What makes a person intelligent. Let's share the video starting right now. Here we go right here.
3 years ago told me this quote and has stuck in my head ever since, which is, he said, the truest form of intelligence is designing the life that you want to live. Wow. We associate intelligence with so many other things, but if you think about it, that really is the highest form. I have so many friends that I would consider smart that are spending their life climbing some ladder that they're not excited about. They're doing the right thing. They're doing it for the wrong reasons. They secretly hate their life. They're considered smart. Naval Ravikant has this awesome quote where he says, if you're so smart, why aren't you happy? The real magic of intelligence isn't your IQ as much as it's what do you point that IQ at? And I would say the place you want to point that IQ is your design of your life. That's intelligent. What's meaningful to you? How do you want to spend your time? Who are the people you want to spend your life with? How do you want to spend your days? What are the activities you want to be doing? Actually spend hours in your life making those determinations and then moving your life toward those things. I think that actually, as I've reflected more and more on my friend's quote, I think it's the truest thing I've ever heard about intelligence.
Yay, let's go. You know, I'm going to have to agree with him because this is exactly what I've been telling and preaching on this channel. It's not a woman's hate channel. It is a channel for us to reflect on dating and relationships and how they have caused us such pain and misery, right? Such distraction to the point that we have not been able to create the life that we want. So it's a lifestyle channel. As a matter of fact, the channel you're watching is called The Free Agent Lifestyle. It's the name of the book that I wrote in 2016. And what I'm trying to get people to understand is that you have the power to determine the life that you want to live, and then the outcomes from there. You can only control so much, but you can actually dictate that by creating a life. A lot of people can't do this. You have to understand this. This goes from the type of job or work that you do. I tried to demonstrate that I said I took these chances. I had a career, then I started a business, became self-employed. Then I did the YouTube thing, combined it in the two. And a lot of people can't do that. All right. It is a difficult thing for them to do, to even take the first step. You can't, many people can't take the first step. Then when you face adversity or failure, then a lot of people give up. Then what happens is when you see a person doing what you want them, they want to do, then maybe you might act like, well, they got lucky, or you might hate on them, and you might say, well, I don't like this guy. He's too cocky and arrogant, you know, these type of things. But designing your life is one of the highest forms of intelligence. I have to agree with it, because most people can't do it. They can't do it. Something's going to hold them back. Their family. Well, I don't want to leave Pensacola. Right? Okay. I don't want to leave Pensacola. And somebody said most people aren't meant to be bosses or leaders, but they want to be. Okay. So that's the problem. They want to be. And that what will happen is they'll try to attempt to do it, but then it won't happen. It won't happen for them. And it'll be a source of frustration. So yeah, most people are made to be followers, but that idea of that they can actually design their own life is something that's going to rest with them for many, many, many decades. And they'll try to fight for it, but they can't really go out and do it. So it's not like they want to be a follower, is that they're going to be subjugated to be a follower. They're going to have to say, well, as I always say, the struggle didn't choose you, you choose the struggle. Not a lot of people want to be a follower. They want to be a leader. They want to be free. They want that freedom, but sometimes it's not, they won't pay the cost to get it. So yeah, man, I like that quote right there. I like that quote. Designing the life that you want to live is the highest form of intelligence. And even the people who do it are misunderstood. They're misunderstood because it's hard to even understand how they're able to live that life. Yeah, man, this is what it is. A lot of people don't want to make the sacrifice. They don't want to take the risk. But this is what I constantly encourage. And I only know a small percentage of men are going to do it. The people who don't have the ability to do it, they're going to fight against you. And they're going to hope that you don't do it and you're not successful at doing it. But they don't realize you're far too intelligent to actually succumb to their hope that you don't get it. So shout out to this guy right here for giving his friend some just due related to that quote. Really, it's fuck you, boss up out here.
Boss up, nigga.
Yeah. Fuck you, boss up is in the building. All right, we got another video right here of a young man talking about, whoa, I lost the video. Let me see if I can go back. Damn it. All right. I refreshed the page and the video is gone. What the hell? All right, how did that happen? Right in it live. I was doing it live. Well, I guess that's the end of that segment. I guess we'll do this one real quick here. Damn. I refreshed the page and it gave me another video. And that's not a video that I want. I'm trying to hit the back button and all that shit. What the fuck? Why did it do that? Let me see if I can do this. Let me go back. They did me dirty. I'm glad I didn't have it on the screen. All right, it was a good video. Let me just see if I can paraphrase the video. Well, I can't really because it's hard. I wanted him to paraphrase it because he did a good. I wanted him to say it because he did a good job. But essentially, what he was saying is, people who, when you say a statement that is statistically honest, and people rebut it with a exception to the rule, they're being disingenuous with their argument. So if I say, and he used the example, well, most Asian people are short. If somebody rebuts that and say, but I know a tall Asian, so that's not true. That's, and he characterized it as something, you know, everybody labels something, but it's a disingenuous argument because you're basically taking the exception to the rule to disprove what's statistically true. And I talked about this in my book, The Evolution, that people will use these type of arguments and they're saying he said it's a sign of low intelligence. And I wish I had a chance for him to say it because he was so clear in his instructions about this for you to know that when you're saying something that's statistically true, when people use the exception to the rule, like if I say all men pay, somebody says, I know a broke nigga that fucks a lot of women. That's basically what they're doing. They're basically taking that one exception, which is you can multiply the exception to be true, but that's an exception to the rule. That is not the genuine rule. That guy doesn't represent the masses. Okay. That doesn't happen all the time. And even that guy doesn't turn out, his outcome doesn't turn out well. So you're taking that one guy. If I say short guys struggle in dating, I know a short guy to get a whole bunch of hoes. Okay. Okay. That is a disingenuous argument. I know short guys, I get a lot of hoes. I do very well in dating, but still short guys are going to struggle in dating because that's going to be what the woman judges them on appearance initially. That doesn't mean short guys aren't going to get relationships and they're not going to get married. I got married. I'm short. So what I'm saying is it's going to always come up and it's going to be an area where he's going to get disqualified. That's known. That's a known entity. But to when people just jump in here and say, well, I know a short guy to get plenty of hoes, and all you have to do is do what that guy does, that's a disingenuous argument. And they're not trying to hear your point. They're trying to disqualify your point by taking the exception to the rule. But since I don't have the video, I can't necessarily show it. I wish I had him explaining it. But yeah, I think we've been experiencing this a lot in the space. You know, we take the divorce statistics. Well, that not everybody's going to get divorced. So I didn't say everybody is. I'm going to say most people are going to get divorced. So that's the case. We don't say all women are going to do it. We say these type of women are going to do it, or all women are capable of doing it if it's related to a certain tactic. We don't say all women. Well, I know a woman that doesn't do that. Yeah, the Japanese Muslim. When I said, Japan doesn't have much religion, right? Their society isn't governed by religion like the United States is. Islam is the rising religion in Japan. Oh man, it's crazy. Somebody said they're raging on you comments. Guy, I protect my mental health. I don't give a fuck about what they say in the comments. I don't care. All right. It went feral. But this is what happens when you're intelligent and you say an intelligent statement. They counter it with the exception to the rule, and you're like, guys, this is now we're distracted. You're distracted from the main point. Now we can't even escalate the conversation by being intellectually honest. You got to take the exceptions to the rule. So I wish I had a chance for him to explain that. He did a good job. All right. Anyway, what are we doing here? Ecclesiastical marriage was another example of him using low intelligence, Neanderthal intelligence, to counter what I was saying. All right. And it was like, we're not even having a rational conversation here. You're taking a small percentage of Eastern Orthodoxy with these Muslims. And I'm like, you're talking about Little House on the Prairie. This is an exception to the rule. Your argument is you're arguing the exception to the rule across the board. To the point, most people didn't know what an ecclesiastical marriage was until the conversation. And then they're trying to sell it to me. And I'm like, how many people are in an ecclesiastical marriage? We can't tell. What are the numbers? We don't know. Okay, so I'll tell you what the numbers are on this side. Okay, we're fighting that. So anyway, I guess we got to go to the next segment here. What is this segment? I guess it's an evil world we live in. Let me make sure I can do this. Let's see here. This is not an evil world we live in, and let's see what we're going to do with this segment. All right, we're just going to play the video. There's a video out here. I've seen a portion of this video before, but now this is a long video, and it has music in the background, so I'm going to have to take the music down, unfortunately. And as I do that, I'm going to talk with the video. Well, there's a video of this woman, and she's dressed in a blonde. Looks like they're in Europe, in a train station or maybe a airport. But there's a long blonde-haired, flat-back Supreme woman with her feet out in high heels here. And what they've done is a social experiment where they placed the camera on people reacting to her appearance. Now, in the common world, she's Marilyn Monster, which in the beauty standards of the world, she caters to the typical beauty standards that would be, the typical beauty Barbie doll, where people will say, well, that doesn't mean you're beautiful if just because you're like that. Well, according to common culture in the 80s and 90s, this would represent one of the most beautiful women in the world, right? But of course, now we like diversity, so we do accept other people that have other characteristics that are beautiful as well. For instance, you'll find that Black women will see a woman and then she will be regular and they'll say, she's so beautiful. And they'll just keep it at that. She's beautiful. And they'll put that out there as to just counter your beauty standards. Because a guy will say she's ugly or regular, or they'll call her a demeaning name. And then the women will come in there and just rain in the comments and say, that woman is beautiful. That's a way that people counter the beauty standard. All right. And they are saying they'll be just because she has wide hips and a big wide ass nose and a big pit bull ass head or Rottweiler head doesn't mean she's not beautiful. All right. But this woman right here represents Michelle Obama. They used to do that with. She's so beautiful and elegant. And you're like, no. All right. I don't care how many times you say it. It's not true. She looks like a man in a dress. She looks like a man in a dress. Every time I see her in her face, she is the opposite of beautiful or elegant or classy. All right. I don't care what you put her in and dress it up. I don't care what you say. She is not that. So that's an example of people trying to counter the beauty standard. They'll just rain in the comments to say how beautiful and elegant she is. And she's more beautiful and elegant than that goddamn robot doll that Donald Trump has as a wife. Okay. That type of thing. All right. So anyway, just teaching you something in the middle of it. So what's going to happen is we have a typical beauty standard, European beauty standard woman in a flight attendant outfit. I would say it's a flight attendant outfit. And You're going to see how people, particularly women, react to her. Right? Remember, all women are beautiful. And just because she's blonde hair and blue eyed and 6'2" with a blue eyes, there's other women that are beautiful. But we're going to see how women react to her when they don't think other people are looking. Okay, let's see this. This should be interesting. Social experiment. Here we go. So there she is, bent over. There she is squatting. Do I see anything betwixt her legs there? Okay, here we go right here. Here we go. We have her right there doing some sort of thing. Take a look at the women's reactions. Primarily women, but they do have some men here reacting to her. This guy's trying to reach out and touch someone. And he's trying to put hands on hips. And there she is. And take a look at how look at the guy. All right. He's like, okay. He's with his wife. And look at how the women are rolling their eyes at her. Take a look at her. Oh, man. She looking at all her hopes and dreams. Oh, the envy. Oh, and she does the pouty face. Look at this. The look up and down. And if looks can kill, the daggers. All right. Take a look. Look at that. Oh, look at this frown. And look at she trying to see if her man was looking. You bet not be looking. And look at the little girl. She's like, oh, she's my hopes and dreams. All right, we have the old sugar daddy. Look at the wife. She like, I gotta take a look at the face. What the face card doing? Because the rest is doing very well. And look at this tattooed up wreck of a woman looking at this clean billboard woman right here. She like, look at this face. God damn, look at how people hate on you. And look at these, these are short, squatty, fat type of ethnic woman. And they think they were pretty until they saw that woman. And look at the look. Oh, my goodness. That is crazy. So take a look. We'll pause. All right. Take a look here. And there she is shining, the sun shining on her face. And look at the woman in the back. All right. Helga, gypsy woman in the back. Okay. Goodness. Take a look at that. You think all women love each other. They don't. And they know when a beautiful woman is in the room. So if they have to tell you a woman's beautiful, let me put myself on the big screen. If they have to tell you a woman's beautiful, she's not beautiful. They know when she's beautiful. In fact, when they know a beautiful woman's in the room, they're not going to say she's beautiful. So if a woman has to tell you in the comment section, or they have to tell you she's gorgeous, she's not. Period. Point blank. Okay, so they know when the top dog is in the house. They know when the top dog is in the house. And look at her. Oh, she just like, shit. Damn, she got everything I want and I'll never be. I'm pasty pale. My hair is flat. I'm broke. Look at my dusty ass shoes. Everything I want to be. And look at the friend. Okay, these are just young girls that right here. They ain't got no money yet. Right, they go figure, but they kind of lacking. They kind of lacking themselves. This one's short and chubby. This one's pasty pale and hair flat on her head. So she already knows she cooked. She cooked. And look at that mole on her nose and chin. There's not much she can do from this. She can still get piped, but that's it. All right, and look at the guy right here. He trying to hold on and grab. And take a look at the women in front of her. They're even looking. They're noticing that. Don't touch her. All right, let's take a look at this. Look at that. Look at that look. And look at this look right here. So he's with his girl. The girl was looking first. That's why he turned and looked. And now what does he have to do? She's all right. All right, look at her. Not my type. Yeah, I don't need any of that. Oh, you can't afford that, sir. And you're never going to get her. And now he's doing that because he's with his wife. She's beautiful and all, but but what do you really think it is? Man, would I love to put hands on hips? I would love to have a night with that woman. Yes, he is. He knows he wants a night with that woman. And take a look at the side eye here. We got two side eyes. Look at that. They can't even look at her directly. And beautiful women know this. Really beautiful women know they get treated like this. They know when people are looking at them, either side eye. Look at this. And look at the girlfriend. And she kind of using peripheral vision to make sure her man ain't looking, but he looking too. He looking too. He like, sheesh. And she like, this bitch. Look at that. Oh, no. And she got the handbag. She like, how much pussy she done sold? Look at the hate. And look at this one. This one's a sad one right here. Look at this. And she got dressed and packed her titties in her bra and all of that shit. And she did her hair. Look at her. At least she gave an effort. At least she gave an effort, but she looked at this like, shish. I did all that work. Oh no, damn. Zoinks. She did her mascara, put her eyelashes on. She like, shit. I did all this work. I got my cheap little handbag from Marshall's, and I still don't got it. Damn, man. Yeah, look at that. She looked up. What? Look, gone. The truth remains your gone. She already knows. She like, damn, I can't compete with that. And whoever she with looking recklessly eyeballing on the other side. All right. She hurt. She hurt. Yep. That's pain right there. Yeah, that's like I can't compete. That's a 10. And she also knows that she probably has a lifestyle that she wants. You know, she wants to be a flight attendant. She wants to do that, but now she's just a clerk, right? She's just the person that fills prescriptions and shit, you know, in the back of her room. She knows she got the lifestyle that she wants. She sell pussy to rich men. She got the handbags. She don't even have to try. All right. She got everything I want. And look at her boyfriend or husband or daddy on the other side over there. He recklessly eyeballing.
Brother's starving.
Recklessly eyeballing. But of course, the jealous, the hate. You know, this is how men look at my page when they watching me living my life. All right. But they just give red pill rage. Okay. She like, I ain't got it. And this is the woman here. Take a look at the eyeballs here. She looked at her feet, looked at her heels, looked her up and down. When a person looks you up and down, all right, they know that's some hate right there. And look at that scowl. Big ass winter coat. Don't even fit you. All right. Ooh, look at that. And the old eye roll. And look at old Greta right here. Look at this. They looking away. I don't see her. She's not there. As long as I don't acknowledge that she's there, I don't see her. And her boyfriend knows not to look. All right, let's look over here, bro. Look at that. And that plain look right there. That's some interesting shit right here. Look at this. Oh, no. So as she went past her, decided to give her this fuck you bitch look. Damn, man. As the boyfriend, she made sure the boyfriend didn't look and then walked by her and said, bitch, you got some nerve to be standing right here. Wow. That's crazy. And look at the boyfriend still not looking and engaging. Hey, man, any man that carries a bag like this, you are suspect. I'm going to just let you know. And I'm not the one to call dudes for gazy for carrying bags, but anybody that carries one of these bags openly as a male, you on the list of suspect for gazy behavior. These are female bags, okay? All right, but take a look at the look right here. And these are men that chose the woman he wants. I got the woman I want. Let's continue here. All right, damn, that's some hate right there. That's called eye daggers, man. Oh, my goodness. She said, fuck this bitch thing. You bet not ever think. All right, and look at the little girl. She's smiling. So the little girl still not in woman hate right now. She's like, maybe one day I can be you. Maybe one day I can be you. So the girl still has hopes and dreams because she's like 12, 13. She's like, I want to be her daddy one day. I want to be a skeezer flight attendant too. I want to be beautiful one day too. The little girl's like, yes. All right. A beautiful woman. I want to be her. And then her dad's going to be like, baby, you ain't never going to be that. The dad don't want to kill her hopes and dreams. Baby, you ain't got that. You got to be born with that. Maybe you're born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. All right. But you ain't that. You ain't got that Swedish Nordic Viking blood in you. Okay. Not with that big ass beak on your face. Sorry I'm not going to talk about the young girl right there. All right. But the girl, she ain't throwing hate yet. She's like, oh, wow, dad, maybe one day. But the other women know it's past their prime. Okay. All right. And look at her. Oh, that's cute. And dad's like, Look at dad. Starving.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir.
All right. But dad went, he was down bad, married a woman with a beak, and now your daughter has a beak. Okay. All right. She cooked. But good luck to this young lady. All right. This is the funny one right here. Look at the husband looking at them pancakes. All right. He looking at them pancakes, and look at this. Oh my goodness. The curiosity is killing this woman. I want to see that face card. She beautiful without that, because there are a lot of women that have this features, right? But then the face is fucked up. All right, but this woman is like, okay, if she got the face card, I'm gonna really be mad. All right, look at this, and look at these girls right here. These are like some Persian Middle Eastern girls, right? Persian Middle Eastern girls that they think they're beautiful because their husbands got oil money and shit, and they got some surgeries done to tuck their chin and all of that and get their Botox. So they think they got it. They think they hot. All right. But then they looking at her. Ugh, look at that look. Wow. Oh, ooh wee. Damn, that's some hate. That's some hate from some 5'2" tall as you are wide women. Oh man. That is a crazy funny ass video. All right. Shout out to them. I love that video. All right, man. Shout out to you right there. Funny video. Thanks for sharing that one. Man, it's always a competition. Shout out to Ken Rose, says, greetings, CGA. I'm empathetic towards those who are homeless. Of course, depending on their circumstances, in particular towards divorced men and men going through a separation and veterans, assuming their status can be verified. Yes, I'm sympathetic to those people as well, but there's some things that I like to point people to, as opposed to giving them a little bit of money, because even the most sympathetic figure can have some issues, mental health, or some drug abuse that money is going to go towards, right? Which is not going to help them. It's not going to help them. When you're living on the streets, you have one or two issues for sure, mental health issue or some drug dependency, maybe alcohol. So even if you give them money, it's not going to go for the right thing. You could just go ahead and give them a bottle of liquor, That's that. But I was living in my car and I never begged for money. I went to work, you know what I mean? But I was lucky I had the car. That's the difference between being homeless and without a house. And like, I always tell people I was homeless for a reason. Like I chose that to be able to say, I want to take the step back to be able to go forward. But I did it for a reason. But, you know, I was without house. I wasn't homeless. But it's hard to tell people, my life without a house. What does that mean? So you have to say homeless. But I'm going to tell you, man, if you have a car and you don't have a house or a home or a roof over your head, you are ahead of the game. You're way past the home. You're way ahead of homeless. Okay. That car is your savior. Now, if that car goes out, you're on the street and it's hard. It's going to be hard because you can't get to and fro. You can't get from here and there. So yeah, that's going to be a big difference when you have that automobile. But yeah, shout out to Donkey Balls Z. Pause. Coach Sharpe fails to give you credit from your quotes, shaking my head at the 6-minute mark. Boss up for life. The link below. Is it Donovan Sharpe? Who is Sharpe? Or is it Sharpe the pimp? All right. Shout out to you. Let me see who it is. It is Shannon Sharpe. All right. Shannon Sharpe. All right. Shannon Sharpe failed to give me my damn just due. And it's the most replayed. All right. I want to hear it. Let me see what this is. It's Shannon Sharpe. All right. So many Sharpes. And Shannon Sharpe wasn't the first one that I thought of. Shout out to him. Let me see what this is. Let's see here. It's in the most replayed part of his video, too. So let's see what he says. A brother says this. We got a little bit of time today. Let's see.
Say, okay, add 3 more Y's to it. Okay.
Ocho, I saw a guy today. I read a quote.
Yes, sir.
The guy he was basically saying, he says, as you become more famous and you become more well off, relationships become more transactional. Understand that. I'm learning that.
Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Just in case the chat didn't hit you, because I got one for you. Say it one more time. Say it one more time so make sure the chat hears you.
The more famous you become and the more well off you become, the relationships become more transactional.
And by the way, he said he just learned that, and he said I watched the guy
straight jacket.
Now somebody's gonna say it's not CGA because, like I said, a lot of people are saying that now. But let's just be honest. I was one of the first person to be on that, to have my platform to be on that. There were people before me, like Patrice O'Neal. What's the other comedian? Corey Holcomb. Like, people have been saying it before me, so it could be them. But yeah, that's another example. It's like, wow,
straight jacket.
That's another example. I heard this guy. I saw a guy write. It was a guy. Now, if it was somebody famous, Patrice O'Neal, Corey Holcomb, they would have gave them their just due type of deal. But it's when they like, some guy said men are in love, women are in business. Some guy said, whatever you give a woman is a give, whatever she gives you alone. Some guy. But yeah, that's interesting. And even that he's saying when was this video? A month ago. All right, a month ago. So that was before the 12 Cents of Cheesemas. Yeah. There was this guy. Oh no, man. Yeah, those type of things where I always look at it and I say, shit. Like, and people are gonna say, Coach, these people are watching you. We can put that to bed forever. We can literally put that to bed, that you think these people are watching me. Because if you still believe that, after my clip went on the Diddy documentary, that was from 50 Cent. Okay. Somebody said I used to produce for MTR and 90% of the content was sourced off of CGA's platform. MTR will never shout out anyone. Yeah, we know. I've showed you that. I've demonstrated that. I would go on live and do a segment and he would cut a video right afterwards. And I'm like, before I was off the live stream, his video will premiere. But my clip appeared on that documentary. For people who just gonna keep jumping up on here and say, CGA, nobody, these celebrities ain't watching you, you can stop that. You can stop that for good right now. Okay, there's no way. So everybody knows what the fuck happens. You already know what the fuck happens here when people are doing this. And when people say some guy, it's kind of weird because it's like, we know where this typically comes from because I'm the one talking about it every fucking day. And then it takes 2 or 3 years for people to sink in. And then when they start quoting it back verbatim, they're like, some guy. I was watching some guy said, and I quoted this guy, but I don't remember who he was. Yeah, sad reality. Shout out to Donkey Balls here. Some guy said, shout out to Rookie Trick in Training, was listening to you. And he says, quote, women really don't like men. Why do you need her to like you? Stream for the 15th time. It's hard to accept that, but every time I try dating normally, everything you say is proven true. I'm 26 years old and still struggling to get over the blue-pilled programming. How many people are in that condition right now? You're in your 20s, you're watching me, you've been told life is a certain way in relationships and dating, and you're constantly hitting your head against the wall because you're seeing the reality of dating. Then you hear me talk about the reality, and then you go out there and you normie date, and then boom, you see the reality. You can't deny it every time. Now, in my opinion, I'm giving you guys a cheat code. Women really don't like men as you might think so. And I think women kind of feel the same about men, and they're justified in that. I can say that I don't think men really like women. They like sex and all of that type of shit. Like, they like that. Once they can't get that from the woman, they don't talk to women. I think women typically try to go through life without talking to the majority of men. Now, they might find a guy that she likes for a period of time, and then when it doesn't serve her anymore, she doesn't like him or doesn't associate with that guy anymore. So she will have a series of guys that she liked for how he made her feel and what he did for her. And then once he stops doing that, she disengages. So do women really like men? The answer is no. Right? No, and especially if there's no reason for her to engage with that guy, she won't do anything. She won't talk to the guy. She thinks the guy is a predator. So I'm of the opinion, even though you can find cases where you've had periods of time where a woman liked you, but you have to realize why she liked you. She liked you because the way you made her feel and what you did for her. When it no longer served her, she disengaged with you or found a way to find somebody else. And that's a hard thing for men to swallow. That's a hard reality for men to know. Because we're going to talk about this later. Men typically think that it's them that they did, it's something that they did or something that is special about them that they got a certain woman. It's like, this woman really likes me and I don't have to do X, Y, and Z because she really likes me. Man, you'll find out later on that you were the cleanup guy, or you were the last option guy, or you were the fallback guy. And this is a female dating strategy. It's a survival strategy. I think, though, even though this is the case, you can still have success with women. This is where the woman haters don't hear the message. Even though this is true, you can still have great short-term relationships with women. You can have great long-term relationships with women when you know this is the case, when you accept this reality. But if you keep operating in ignorance, you're going to get blindsided. I had a video where Emmett Smith got blindsided by his wife, and she walked in, wanted a divorce. But once he started telling the story of why she did it, I was like, yeah, bro, she saw you. She was with you. And then she watched you retire. You stayed at the crib. She wanted to have her own life and be independent. You start reeling it out. And then you realize she really didn't like you. She liked the lifestyle that you provided when you were an athlete. Then when you retired, she was like, I really don't like this nigga. And I want my own show. And I want my own this and my own that. And I want my own life now. And then boom, disengagement. Bait and switch. It's okay. I accept that that's the reality. So when I'm dealing with them, I know that's the case. And I just wait for the other shoe to drop. And I just go, well, when this time is up, when my time is up, my time is up. Doesn't mean that it doesn't hurt at all. Sometimes it's like, yeah, damn. All right. And you just say, all right, it is what it is. Move the fuck on. Find somebody else. This is why abundance is important. Abundance mindset. Not just in life, but with women. Have an abundance. Next one up. It was a good time. It was a good ride. Next. Because they are sourcing. They're protecting themselves. They're going to have a guy lined up. They're going to have a backup guy, a fallback guy. They're going to have the guy that they fuck for free type of guy. They're going to have the guy lined up well before they dump your ass. Okay. It is what it is. While they fucking you and telling you sweet love and telling you this and giving you raw guts, they got another guy in the background running in the background like motherfucking spyware. And then you turn your back for 1 week, she gonna be with that dude. You don't text her for 1 week, she gonna be with that dude. She gonna be up under him, giving them the same raw guts. You turn your back for a week. 1 fucking week. It won't take long. So I accept this as the truth. Once you accept it, it's easier to deal with them. If you don't accept it, you're going to be frustrated. Just that's what's going to happen. And you're going to feel like, well, why is this the case? It's kind of like when you learn that Santa Claus, right? Santa Claus. Damn, man. Well, for 9 years, I was getting hoodwinked and bamboozled. Yep. For 9 years, sometimes 12 years, your parents was hoodwinking you and bamboozling you. And you're just like, why did they lie to me like that? And why did they hoodwink me? And why did they treat me like that? Why didn't they tell me the truth? How could they lie to my face like that for weeks and weeks on end, from November all the way to January? Why would they do such a thing like that? That should be a crime. And then you're upset. You know what I mean? And you're just thinking all the times, damn, that one time that I thought Santa ate them cookies, right? You start thinking about all the times that they hoodwinked your ass. And you're just like, they drunk the milk. How did the milk get drunk? You're trying to justify it. Well, it can't be true because I saw what that one morning I woke up and there were crumbs on the table. And there were snow prints by the fucking by the fireplace. Well, what about that time there were muddy snow prints by the fireplace? Well, how is that the case? Y'all niggas believe this, and y'all brothers, y'all don't even have no chimney. Y'all lived in an apartment complex and didn't even have no chimney and still justified the shit. Well, he can't come through the front door, or he can come through the back door. No motherfucking chimney, and you still trying to justify it. Well, maybe it is real because that's what y'all do with women in relationships and all of these exceptions to the rules. Y'all still try to justify this shit as to why it should be real when I'm telling you the real of the real. Oh my goodness gracious. Yeah, that programming is hard to break. And really, you have to say, man, you've been lied to for many years. Most of your life is a lie. The reason why you got to where you got today is because you've been lied to for decades by close people who loved you. And the reason why they lied to you is they protected you. They were trying to protect you, protect your innocence. This is why they lied to you. They were protecting your innocence. They were getting joy out of you being gullible. They were getting joy out of you being gullible. How about the boogeyman? The boogeyman, all right, and you was going to bed. There's going to be somebody under your bed if you ain't bad. Well, the naughty or nice list. All right, you're going to get a lump of coal. They were protecting your innocence. They want you to be good. They wanted to feel like somebody was omnipotent and judging you and watching you when the parents weren't watching. Okay. So the parents can't watch you all the time. So they wanted to Santa going to be watching you. The Lord Jesus Christ and the Latter-day Saints are going to be watching you when I'm not watching you. So watch out. Somebody's going to be watching you jerk off and play with your dills, Nick, with that bottle of lotion. So they're protecting your innocence in a sense, and then, you know, preying on your ability to believe things. And this isn't just limited to holidays. It's also relationships and marriage. It's to say you have a chance out here, despite the fact that statistically you don't. There's hope out here. So don't give up on this idea of love. You're going to find love. Then the people are 50 still searching for love. 50. They met 1,000 dudes and you met 50 women still giving it a shot. There's somebody out here, dude. There's somebody out here. You met 1,000 men and you still, dude, you walk past 1 million men in your life. You still haven't done it. Like, that type of ignorance is a result of the programming to give you hope. I met all these guys and all these rich guys and poor guys and broke guys and black guys and white guys, and I still haven't found the one. Okay, yeah, there's somebody for everybody. Don't worry about it. You'll find your one. It's always gonna be when you're not looking for it. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is the programming. It's gonna come when you're not looking. How many people have heard that? You'll find love when you're not looking for it. You'll find your person when you're least not looking. Oh yeah, that's true. Because when I was looking for it, I can never find it. But when I stopped looking, then it showed up. So you do this, and then this just gives you the hope and belief that you're just going to be out there and it's going to be serendipity. And you're going to be just minding your own business and clonk right on the head. Oh, there's love, sweet love. And it's going to take 10 years down the line. It's not going to be next week. It's going to be 10 years down the line. And you're just going to hope you're just out there at the Christmas tree lighting, waiting for hope and love to hit your ass over the head, clock you. You're going to go about life not trying to look for it. I'm not trying to look for it so it can find me. Yeah, it was kismet. So that's the thing, man. Unfortunately, that programming gets hard to break, and it takes men many, many years. In fact, the men who break this early in life, and the reason why they break this, I'm gonna tell you, the reason why they do well with women is they break this in junior high school, in high school. They break this early, and sometimes these men get got later on, the same guy, but certain guys in junior high and high school, they get successful with women, and they find out women be doing some fucked up shit when they were in junior high and high school. Okay. Now, these guys end up being the players that do dating coaching strategy, like all the way up until 25, but they learn it early. Like they learned that the nerd girl will suck dick when your cheerleading girlfriend ain't there. But you don't know the nerd girl is a scuzzy whore and he nutted in her mouth with her braces. Like you don't see it. Like you just think she's a good, innocent girl. She's a nerdy girl. She's not a slut. She wouldn't even think about sex. But that guy knows that he got head in the back of the portables. Yep. In the locker room. She dropped that neck in the wrestling room. Right. And then he don't even acknowledge her at the school. He don't even acknowledge her. He walked right by her. But then every night she creep over to his house in the backyard by the pool and drop that neck. And smokes dope and smokes a couple of joints. He'd been knowing that since the 8th, 9th, 10th grade. Okay.
It's barbecue in there.
But you see her as an innocent, dressing night. She doesn't dress like a whore. She's innocent. She covers up. She's modest. Then you take her to the prom at homecoming and she dropped that neck in the bathroom at homecoming and you took her to the date. Am I not lying, dude? Listen. There's been plenty of movies that have been made on this subject alone, but it's hard for you to hear this. It's hard for men to hear this, but guys, keep living. Right? When you turn your back, and today with the cell phones, dude, the woman that's with you and she's saying, you're so handsome, you're the best, and you hear her phone buzzing, buzz. That's the dick guy buzzing her. Hey, slide through. Oh, I can't right now. She take her phone and she turned this way. Oh, that was my friend. She was wanting me to come over for brunch. Oh, man. Because they all got the drop off dick guy. They all, even the fat bitches, the ugly, scuzzy women, the modestly dressed women, they all got that. And while she's with you, hey, handsome ass niggas, he buzzing that phone. Buzz. Middle of the night. Bzz. I had a girl over the other day. Her phone, I don't know why she had her phone on my bed. We fell asleep. 2:30 in the morning, her phone just a buzzing. Buzz. Right? But it's on the bed, like right by my shoulder. 2:30 in the morning. But hey, by the way, any woman that doesn't sleep through the night is a whore. I'm gonna just let you know right now. That's their programming. Any woman that be up at 2, 3 in the morning, that woman either sells pussy or gives out pussy. There's no way a woman is nocturnal and don't be out there doing some goddamn nasty shit. Because that's when as Houdini said, the freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. Huh, 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 huh. If she is a up nocturnal woman, she talking to plenty of niggas and slide through niggas and creep through niggas. Like, and she creeping too. She'll creep. Take her ass over there for 20, 30 minutes, get the Mario coins knocked out of her, right back to her room at 4, 5:30 in the morning, taking a sleep. Oh, I slept in. I got a headache. All right, I need a cup of coffee. I had a neighbor, story time. I know I'm doing the show. I had a neighbor. I had this neighbor. It was 2 white girls. They were sisters. They both were kind of, they were just middle average white women, right? They, blonde hair, in their mid 20s. One night, I think I'm going to the airport because I never seen them creep. But I'm going to the airport like 4 or 5 in the morning. I get in there. I had a car pick me up. I'm leaving and she creeping in. Now it's like 5 in the morning. It's right before the sun rising up. She parked. I saw her park. I saw her go up the stairs. Tip, 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 tip. And I was like, is this bitch creeping in the house? Now, when a woman creep up in the house at 4 or 5 in the morning, what been going on. She been getting the brakes beat off of her. The Mario coins knocked out of her ass. And it's normally a new guy. This is not an old guy that spends the night. This is a new guy. This is a new guy in her life. This normally happens in the first month or 2 of the dating relationship that she creeping back. So she was tiptoeing. All right, tiptoeing on marble floors, creeping in. I looked, I said, oh, I know your ass ain't creeping in at 5 a.m, dipping in so she can get dressed real quick in the shower and then back out at work at 7:38. Woo wee! I was like, I caught your ass. All right, caught your ass creeping in. Look at you, you nasty, scuzzy ass. Okay, all right. But she's an innocent looking girl. Where's my gotcha bitch? All right, anyway, I can't find my sound effects. All right, we'll say that.
Bitch. Yeah, bitch. Gotcha, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, they mate like cats. They don't mate in the wide open. All right, they wait for the sun to go down where they can creep out, slide through. That's why they slide through at 11:30, 12, leave the house 4:35 in the morning so nobody sees them. Then they can preserve their innocence. Terlonia says CGA for Prez 2028. Shout out to you. Shout out to Preston says, how is it adjusting coming back to our norms? It's pretty bad. I don't, and I love America, but I don't love the American system. It's kind of fucked up because when you go other places, it doesn't exist. Now they have their own problems over there that you are not aware of. But when you're so much time in other countries, which I spent half the year traveling, all right, to other countries, and you come back here, it's kind of disheartening. It's like, And so this is called you're waking up. So now when I see people argue politics and shit like that, I stay out of it. I'm like, oh, like y'all cooked. All right, you cooked. I know you care, but that shit really don't matter at the end of the day. Because at the end of the day, them people going to do whatever they want to do. That's the case. Okay, I need to acknowledge Sizzo. Sizzo, salute, happy new year to you and the Coach Gang 2026 boss up or shut up. He says my focus is to travel more and do more of my Nintendo content. Thank you, Coach, for always lighting fires on the Mitches. Hit me with The Rock. All right, which one? Is it the shut your bitch ass up? You're making me find sound effects. All right, here we go right here. I don't know where it is. This one? Wait, no.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Yes, indeed. All right, I'm going to come back to that, but let's go to the next segment. It's the evil world we live in. Sports edition. Sports edition. We have It's the evil world we live in. Sports edition. We have two sports stars. We have a guy named Baker Mayfield, and we have Zion Williamson hitting our show today. Shout out to our celebrities watching the day's show in anonymity. Do me a favor. Give me the likes. Don't pass or scroll. First, we're going to start off on Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield was recently on an appearance on a podcast or an interview talking about how he met his now wife. This is on ESPN Originals, quarterback of the Tampa Bay Yucks. All right. And I love the job that he's doing over there with the Yuccaneers. He was the former #1 draft pick and quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. All right. This is Baker Mayfield. This is his trophy wife right here. Okay. Wowzers. All right. Anyway, it says right here, he hit the follow button. She never followed him back. He tried to slide in the DMs. She didn't respond. Okay. This is how he had to do. By the way, Baker Mayfield, he's rich, bitch. All right, he's rich. Let's see what happened, how he had to get his girlfriend or his wife.
Of course, being a good friend, asked her if I could have her number. She said no. So I went to Instagram, hit the follow button, no follow back. Hit the unfollow button, hit the follow again, no follow back. Tried to slide in the DMs, no response. At this point, feeling pretty rejected. Finally, you gave Patrick the okay, I can get your number. Patrick, of course, being a good friend, asked her if I could have her number. She said no. So I went to Instagram.
All right. So you guys heard it the first time, and take a look at her face here. All right. Just so we can see the reactions of what she's looking like. She is beaming with pride on this story. All right, because it is a romantic story. It is a story that all women would wish to happen, that she would shun a millionaire, athlete, celebrity, or whatnot, and he will chase her and finally win her over. And that's most women. Most women like hope that that will happen to them. Instead, they're going to get paid $200, $300, $400, $500, get fucked and tossed. All right, maybe get pregnant. But she is beaming with pride because now she can keep the leverage in the relationship. She can always say, hey, you were the one chased me down. I had other options. I was doing whatever else. And he says Patrick, I don't know if it was Patrick Mahomes, right? So I don't know who it is, or maybe it's another Patrick in sports. But in this case, you can see how she's beaming with pride to believe, you know, this story, this narrative is being pushed out, that she played hard to get and that he chased her down. This is almost all women's dream. I don't care if she's ugly or not. I don't care if she ends up with a millionaire or not. They all believe that the man should do this particular type of effort. And then once they see these stories or they experience this and they get the results, then they're like beaming with pride. This gives women hope. This gives women hope. And it then makes men go, damn, if he had to chase that. I mean, listen, she's not that ugly. I mean, she has some problems around the nose area. Okay. But if he had to chase this down, what does that mean for you? You ain't a millionaire quarterback. You can't do the Dougie. Right? Shout out to Baker Mayfield and the Dougie. So you can't do any of these things. By the way, she probably had a boyfriend while he was chasing her down. We know this. All women are never single. So she had a situation while he was chasing her down, which could be one of the reasons why she was non-responsive. And it could have been another celebrity boyfriend, mainly maybe because Patrick was brought up. So we know she probably was dating someone else and possibly someone else on his level. It could be not. I'm not sure. But look at her beaming with pride as he's telling the story.
Follow button, no follow back. Hit the unfollow button, hit the follow again, no follow back. Try to slide in the DMs, no response.
No response. So there it is. And you can see her look. Yep, I made you jump through those hoops and hurdles. You jump through those hoops and hurdles for me. So that means when you cheat on me and you do all these other things, remember, you chase me down. I didn't chase you down.
At this point, feeling pretty rejected. Finally, you gave Patrick the okay. I can get your number.
Okay, you gave Patrick the okay. You can get the number. All right, but I think all along, I don't know, she must have known he was trying to chase her down.
Patrick, of course, being a good friend, asked.
All right, so yeah, there it is right there. I wish the clip was longer there, but Patrick, I don't know who Patrick was referring to. I'm thinking this Patrick Mahomes. But wow, you know, this does provide, you know, I'm not going to call him a simp for this because he's only doing what he thinks is right for him. And sometimes athletes, I know this because I watched this John Elway story. Athletes are turned on by women who don't know or who they believe don't know anything about football. In the John Elway story, that's what he met his wife at Stanford. He was a star quarterback. She didn't know anything about football, didn't even care, is what she said. And he ended up divorcing her, by the way, but that's neither here nor there. But one of the things that appealed to him is that she didn't know or understand his celebrity and the importance of football. Some athletes are turned on by that because they deal with a lot of women that target them for that. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? So they're constantly getting women throwing themselves at these guys, you know, road rats, you know, whores in hotels, women at all-star games and Pro Bowls. So they constantly dealing with women in the DMs that are targeting him for that know everything about him and are potentially trying to trap him so that then when they find a woman that doesn't know or that he has to chase down, they take pride in that. They take pride in that. I got a woman that didn't want me because I was Baker Mayfield. And I think for men, this is something to learn. Men often, and I think it's a bad thing, men often try to remove money to try to find the woman that they like. I want a woman to like me for something other than money or my career or status. That's similar to women saying, I want a man to like me for more than just my beauty or the fact that I have titties and ass. And I think both people are going to struggle for a long time because both of those things are important. You would actually ridicule a woman for saying something as dumb and ignorant as that. Nah, man, beauty matters. Titties matter. Right? Ass matters. So you don't have to bring that to the table where that's the same things men. Well, I want a woman to actually like me for not money. Okay, well, sorry. Sorry. Resources are important to women. They're going to want something from you other than you. Now, they might accept that at some points in their lives, but it's not something that's going to be sustainable because life happens. All right. Anyway, right here. Okay. Let's continue here. My laptop is kind of hot. It's overheating. Let me see what's going on. We have Zion Williamson. Zion Williamson, apparently there is a woman out here saying that Zion is the baby daddy of her chocolated baby right here.
I'm Pepe.
Okay, Zion Williamson here. Let's put it up on screen. There's the video. There's the picture of the child here. I don't know. All right, we're going to need a DNA test here. Now, we know Zion Williamson is wild and reckless out here.
I'm Pepe.
He wild and reckless, and he a big old trick. All right, he a happy trick. But this is the woman right here, BBL'd up. Yeah, definitely a BBL. Legs don't match. The thighs don't match the ass. And there she is skeezing it. Even the woman over the shoulder right here knows she's skeezing. And there it is right there. That's a pretty plain woman. Okay, pretty plain, not over the top, beautiful, big in the forehead area. Look at all that forehead. Okay, there it is right there. This woman claims that she's an Instagram model, hence that Zion Williamson could be the father of her child. Now, I'm willing to believe she doesn't know who the father of the child is. This is the type of woman that messes with multiple guys, but multiple guys doesn't mean that all of them were on Zion Williamson's level. So she's just picking the highest value target. Okay, I think out of all the 3 or 4 men that I was with, I'm hoping that Zion's the father. All right, so that's what she's saying there, because I'm pretty sure she doesn't know. So let me see what we got here. Apparently, right here, she's pulling out receipts. She looks a little bit better in this picture, a little more flattering, but I'm not a BBL. The BBL is no bueno. Okay, here we go right here. All right. And this woman right here shows a Zelle transaction. All right. She pulls out the Zelle receipts. One of the wires from Zion Williamson, and she ats Pelicans NBA. So she ats the basketball team. Now let's take a look at this transaction here. All right. So we got a Zelle transfer confirmation from Zion Williamson for $2,000. That doesn't mean anything that's the father of the child. That could have been a pussy transaction. We don't know. But also, curiously, look at that. Her net worth tripled. Interesting. In that bank account, she only had $600. As I told you, most of these baddies out here are
You
broke.
get it through your thick skull that I'm broke. Dead, flat, stony broke. I've got $3.85 in my purse.
So with that $2,000, bitch could get some groceries. All right. And listen, I'm telling you, man, a lot of these women out here that be out here dating and telling you they have options, they don't got $352 to their name. And they be telling you, swearing up and down that they got options and they're dating rich guys and they got this and I got that. They don't got no money. I don't care what you say, bro. 98% of women flat, stony ass broke. 100%.
You get it through your thick skull that I'm broke. Dead, flat, stony broke. I've got $3.85 in my
All right.
purse.
She ended up trying to brag about $2,000 from Zion Williamson. Baby, you was hurting. $600, $608.92 in your purse before he sent that damn $2,000. All right, you was broke. You need him to be the pappy of that chocolated baby, and it's barely chocolated. So you had a bind to get fixed. That looked like pussy payment to me, and we all know.
Because I got the pussy for the money. If you got the money for the pussy.
We already know what time it is, all right? We already know what it is. He hit it, and maybe he hit it raw. But now you're a single mom, as that brother says right there.
Because I got the pussy for the money. If you got the money for the pussy.
All right, it's the evil world we live in, sports edition, okay?
It's an evil world we live in.
All right, we'll come back to this evil world we live in. Shout out to you. Kaylin is in the house. Kaylin Ferguson. He says, can we really like women outside of having sex with them? I think not. They're emotional, consume your time and money, and they don't want to listen to you, etc. How can a husband like his wife when she'll just bitch and complain about anything? He's legally just stuck. All right, shout out to you right there. Tough situation, tough scenario. I think men don't like women for sure. And women been saying that for a long time, but I can confirm men don't like women. You don't like women at all. Like most of the time, if you were just forced to hang out with a woman that you knew you were not going to get sex from, Most dudes, 75% of dudes will choose to not hang out with that woman. You would be like, absolutely not. There's nothing I'm getting from that. But if you knew you're getting sex, you're going to hang out with her. Same thing with post-nut clarity. As soon as you're done having sex with them, most of the time, you don't have anything to talk about. You're like, ho-hum. It's getting late. Ain't it time to go? And she's like, let's cuddle. Let's talk. And she keeping you up and your eyelids just dropping heavy because you got that post-nut clarity stupor. All right, you trying to go to sleep. And she's sitting up over you, kneeling up over you, leaking all on your bed sheets, just talking. And you like, I'm over this woman. You looking at her back. You looking at her hump neck on her back. She got that buffalo hump and you done smashed and nutted. And you looking at her, you like, damn. If you don't get this big stoop shoulder buffalo hump on the back of her neck ass, you start looking and finding all the blemishes. All right, you like, look at her knees. Look at that scar on her knee. You be like, look at this oblong shaped head ass looking ass. What's wrong with that mole on the end of her nose and shit? But you busted a good ass with this. You was digging her out. Now you looking at her. Damn, she kind of fat and pudgy. All right, looking at her. Look at all these blemishes and shit. Look at all these stab wounds and bullet marks and shit all over her. All right, so I'm going to tell you, as much as I try to educate you that women don't like men, I'm on the record saying men don't like women. You don't like them at all. You don't like them past sex. This is proven social science. Yep. Look at them varicose veins. Look at this shit. Look at it. Look at her teeth. All right. It don't matter. I'm going to find the blemish. All right. I'm going to find the blemish. Why she got bruises all on her legs? Look at her. Look at her gnarled ass, crusty ass old toes and shit. All right. Look at her, man. Look at them chiclet ass toes.
Now I got to cut you.
Shout out to our brother Caitlin says, he says, I get that as men will have to settle for some women because they all have a past. However, why are we so addicted to being stepdads and fallback guys? We truly have devalued ourselves. Well, some men don't have a choice. Some men don't have a choice. This is how they're going to gain access. So this is what they're going to do. Because you got to remember, we're in competition for women. So some dudes just cannot go without. So they're going to find a way. And that includes even being a stepdad, a fallback guy. We're going to talk about that later. It is what it is. It is what it is. Let's see if I have any other guys that I would need to clear the deck from. Somebody said check out locals for a lost video, but the problem is I'm doing a show live, so I don't know what lost video you might be talking about. Okay, in this video, you mentioned that disappearing during the boss up segment. Okay. Oh, this. Okay, that's not the video, but that's the good. All right, that's not the video, but thank you, man. I appreciate that. There's another guy explaining it. I don't know what he's going to explain, but shout out to you. Thank you to the Dark King and our brother GC Welding says happy 2026, coach. Thanks for all the good info as always. I'm trying to always bless you with some info. Okay, to make you see it. Even the women that watch my show, you can learn from this. You can learn from this. You can really truly learn who men are by watching this. Hustle every day, paying to treat yourself to a good experience with the woman is not tricking. Ninjas grow up, pay to have fewer problems, less experiences. For sure. For sure. Paying to treat yourself to a good experience is not tricking. I think what guys don't want is you to get an advantage where he doesn't have an advantage. Okay, so you're using something as leverage that he can't leverage. So they have to criticize you. And also, they're like, you're making her rich. No, you're not. No, you're not. Now, is another dude hitting that for free? Could be, yes, more than likely. And I don't think that's a problem. I'm not problematic about it unless that there's conditions to that. There's a condition to that. But most of the time, it's just about the access. How can I get that quicker? Move to the front of the line. Right? Let me front of the line this instead of being one of the people that she's trying to consider. All right, anyway. That's trick knowledge. That's trick language. Okay, so now what are we going to do about that? It's an evil world we live in. More, not the sports edition.
It's an evil world we live in.
Let me see what we have on up here. Ooh-wee. Cardi B. Oh man, Cardi B. I have to be careful because Cardi B be coming after content creator. So I had to leave her off the thumbnail related to this real quick. I had to leave her off the thumbnail. We have Cardi B on It's an Evil World We Live In on a recent, what do they call this? It looks like a Twitch space, right? They call it Twitch Spaces, not Twitch, Twitter Spaces. Apparently, she had a hot mic, an open mic, and she basically said, I hate men. I would drug and rob them again. All right, this is her right here. She's a very problematic human being. All right, I can say that for sure, not even alleged. All right, as you can see, she's having a fall off of a lifetime with Stefan Diggs, having a baby with him as he's impregnating 4 or 5 or maybe 6 other women and allegedly strangling another one, allegedly. Now, for those who don't know about Cardi B's past, she has said that in her come up, she had no problem with drugging and robbing men who wanted to pay her for intimacy and sex. And the reason why she would do that is because, well, maybe her pimp told her to do it, or she really didn't like men. So she's a woman that is sold vagina. These women cannot possibly know what love is, but that doesn't mean they won't pursue it. Like women that sell vagina want to get married. So a lot of people don't realize that they want love and marriage too, but they're damaged. They can not really be a honest, good, faithful wife. They're a whore. But let's continue.
Oh yeah, you wanna fuck me? Yeah. Let's go to this hotel and I drop niggas up and I rob them. That's what I used to do. Nothing was motherfucking happening to me, my nigga. Nothing. Oh yeah, you wanna fuck me? Yeah. Let's go to this hotel and I drop niggas up and I rob them. That's what I used to do. Nothing was motherfucking happening to me, my nigga. Nothing.
All right, so she was saying during her come up, she had to do what she had to do, and the guys wanted to have sex with her. Apparently, they were paying her for this. This is what I'm getting from this and gathering. And then as a result, she was using that to say, well, you're a bad human being, so it was okay for me to drug and rob you, which I don't agree with. All right, you were out there selling it. All right, just go ahead and pony up on the deal, lay on your back.
Cause I got the pussy for the money. If you got the money for the pussy.
Lay on your back and do your job that I paid you for. All right, I don't agree with you taking liberties to now judge people in life. You're the one selling vagina.
Cause I got the pussy for the money. If you got the money for the pussy.
What? You're the one selling vagina. Why are you criticizing me? All right, Jesus, I'm just doing an honest thing with honest money. Here, lay on your back and be a good girl.
Cause I got the pussy for the money. If you got the money for
now
the
you want to be all judgy. All right, now you want to judge me and shit and drug and rob me. This is ridiculous behavior. This is unethical, by the way. Now, the problem with this is this was the original statement, and she didn't get canceled for it because around the same time, Bill Cosby was being prosecuted unfairly, by the way, for allegedly drugging women as well and taking liberties with them. Okay, so there was a lot of hypocrisy that she was openly admitting it, but Cosby was denying it, but she was not getting canceled or prosecuted, but Cosby was. But this is why, and then it becomes a problem because once you let a psychopath get away with that, then they believe they can do it again. Okay, so this is the problem with letting her get away with it before, because now she's currently saying the same thing.
Fucking I'll rob niggas again. I don't give a fuck. And I'll rob them for real. And fuck niggas. I hate men. I don't give a fuck. I hate men and I don't give a fuck. I'll rob them motherfuckers. Dirty ass motherfuckers. She's drug and rob. I'll rob niggas again. I don't give a fuck. I hate men. I don't give a fuck. I hate men and I don't give a fuck. I'll rob them motherfuckers.
All right. Yeah, I don't know how many times we can hear the same clip over and over again, but that was the clip. And there you go. When you don't hold these people accountable and let them get away with it for whatever agenda you are pushing. And this woman ended up in interviewing Joe Biden later on. Okay, and for them to try to pander for votes. This is what happens. You let a psychopath run the streets and make her famous, and then she's still a psychopath. She still hates men. And she's still hurt and bitter and all of these things. And I'm pretty sure her divorce is causing a lot of this now visceral I hate men speech out here. And not only that, her relationship that she's trying to justify with Stefan Diggs as he out here being a hoe. And now she's got egg on her face that she's going to have this man's child while he's out here running around with everybody right in her face, playing in her face. So this is just pretty bad for her to come out here and say this type of thing here to her audience. It's just showing that she is not mentally stable or well. And also, if the women are supporting this, they're not mentally stable as well, and they don't like men either. So you have to be careful when you're engaging with them. Women also who date, they also don't like men just as much as men who date and try to sleep with women don't like women. So you have to be careful when you're dealing with women, because even though they might be dating you and sleeping with you and having fun, they still hate you, or they hate what you represent. They're just hoping you might be different, but they hate men. Just like Cardi B just expressed. All right. So anyway, there's nothing alleged about what I said there. Here we go. We have another video here on this world we live in. So be careful out here. We have a woman saying that she's going to rage bait six. Okay. Rage baiting men in 2026. This is what I call the kind of female manipulation tactics. And when they do things to you, realize it's not by accident. It's almost purposeful to gauge and see how you react to them. Will you strangle them? Will you beat them? Will you yell at them? How do you react to it? If you don't react to it, well, then they'll do it to you to trigger, to see if you just a bitch made dude and how much bitch made activity you'll put up with. So let's play the video and we'll react to it.
Bait men. Part 6. These are going to be some honorable mentions for my comments because y'all are funny as fuck. Let's jump right into it. Number 1, boop them on the nose is absolutely diabolical. If they're in the middle of mansplaining and you just boop. If they are mansplaining something to you, right, and it seems like they just figured this out today. Like if he starts talking to you about photosynthesis. Did you learn that today? This one I absolutely love. Is an absolute power move. If you see people walking towards you, this doesn't have to be a guy. If you see anyone walking towards you, do not move. Like if you see a man walking towards you and it's very clear that he's expecting you to move out of his way, just keep walking.
Let me stop her right there. How many men have experienced this? Okay. Many men have experienced it. I experienced that a lot. And a lot of people think that, oh, it was accidental. No, I generally believe that when women are walking on the street, that they purposefully do not get out of the way, right? They purposely walk to see if you jump out of the way, turn over. It's not by accident. And I think it's 90% of the time, 100% intentional that they are saying, I'm not moving out of the way. Now, if you run into them or collide into them, they're going to play the victim. Okay. And I find that American women pull this shit more than anybody, but at least give game. But I think when men do it, it's purposeful as well. I don't think it's by accident. I think when people don't get out of your way, they're purposefully not getting out of your way. But when you collide in front of them or stop in front of them and say, no, but you go around me, then you're petty. So you got to watch out for these type of games that people play. Not just women do this. I think men do this as well. But I particularly don't like when women do it.
Just keep walking. Don't move. If he is mansplaining, look at his hair and just go, did you cut your own hair? This one's always a good go-to if he's in the middle of mansplaining. Just look at your phone and start laughing. Now, if they're mansplaining, right, and you're on your phone or you're watching TV or something, and he asks you, are you even listening to me? No, I'm listening to you. And then turn up the volume of whatever it is. Play the what game. If he's talking to you, literally just be like, what? What? You can do one of these. What? Okay, so by the way, this isn't just dating. This isn't just regular men, guys. In relationships, this happens all the time. This happens all the time. We used to refer this to as shit testing, but women in relationships and marriages do this all the time. And dude, the women that do this, they literally have powwows with their female friends to talk about how they do this or they teach other women how to do this. So this happens all the time in relationships. All right, just sitting there choosing Netflix movies and watching them. They'll do this shit all the time. Grab the remote,
It's very annoying stuff, and I call it the death by 1,000 cuts. This is why when people say, you know, they want a relationship and they miss it, this is the stuff that you don't remember that you missed until you get in a relationship and you go, damn, I forgot about this part of the relationships because you're lonely. I'm lonely. I want somebody to cuddle with and have good times with and go to movies with and have date nights with. And I want somebody to go get ice cream. And you forget about that part. Like, that's this part you miss. This stuff you forget about. And then when you get in the relationship, you're like, oh, damn, I forgot about all this little petty bullshit. Then you're like, damn, why am I even in this damn relationship? And of course, when you bring this up, you're either petty, sassy, all right, I don't know, plausible deniability. I'm not doing this. It's pretty bad. All right, these are the things that I know. When you get into a relationship and commit, they start playing these little shit testing games and playing these little manipulative tactics. And you're just like, wow. All right, man, this is petty. Here we go.
Glance at their midsection in absolute horror. So they have no idea what's going on. If they're mansplaining, just keep looking down, making like a... just keep doing that over and over again. Pretend they aren't there and just start vibing. My favorite thing to do is just start dancing as if they're not there. Honestly, all of these are great for like mansplaining tangents. Walk in a circle around him. It doesn't even have to be like obnoxious. Literally just start doing tasks that just happen to be in a circle around him so he just keeps spinning. If he's talking to you, right? Just keep looking over his shoulder, right? So that he's going to keep whipping his neck back like, who the fuck is behind me? What's she looking at? If he says anything like self-deprecating, right? At least you're self-aware. Okay, this one requires two people. So if you're standing next to someone, right? Preferably someone on the same wavelength as you, right? And he's mansplaining to both of you. Let him finish talking, okay? Then look at person number 2 when he walks away. That's inevitably going to make them laugh. He's going to turn around and be like, the fuck are they laughing? That's rage bait men.
Oh, man. You know, there's nobody that can deny that. I think in almost all relationships, you've been having people do this to you. Like, you've had this done to you and you just don't know. Because not all women are mature. Not all of them can handle relationships maturely. Not all of them are serious about their relationship. Some of them are goofy, right? They want to be goofy. Some of them know that that's what you signed up for. Well, you signed up for goofy stuff. This reminds me of the Merp girl, where the Merp girl seems cute for a minute, but then you can't turn that off. She's Merp all the time. And it was funny and cute the first time, maybe the first week, but now she's Merp all the time. And she's like, well, I'm Merp all the goddamn time. It wasn't just something that I was doing to be cute to you. It's something that I do all the time. So you're going to have to accept that I do that all the time. Okay. And when you tell her to turn it off, well, you trying to change me. So yeah, it's pretty tough and rough out there. It's the evil world we live in. I tend to know when people say, Coach, aren't you lonely? First of all, hell no. All right, I can get a woman to come over here, drop some shit off real quick. That loneliness will erode fast. All right, but that's neither here nor there. But when I think about what relationships bring, I don't think about the comfort and the cuddles. I don't think about that. I think about this. That's what I think about. I think about putting up with these little fires that they putting up. And when you sign up for a relationship, this is the fine print of the relationship that you have to deal with. Moodiness, goofiness, shit testing, and also manipulation, rage baiting, triggering, gaslighting. This type of stuff is, and you cannot not deal. You can't avoid it. It's unavoidable. It's part of relationships. It's built into relationships. Like, a woman will say this. Anybody know this? Like, if you're dating, and I'm not criticizing women, I'm just telling men what happens in dating and relationship. Let's say a woman likes to, you get into a relationship with her, and then she trauma dumps on you, or she talks and she's just sharing with you. And you say, man, I don't want to listen to you talking all the time. What will she say? She will say, well, you're my boyfriend. You're supposed to listen to me. That's an example. She might even say, you have to listen to me because I'm your source of vagina. So but when you committed to the relationship, this was never expressed prior. meaning it comes with the relationship. It's the fine print. It's agreed upon in her mind that that's part of the relationship. She never told you that, but it's agreed upon that she knows that that comes with commitment. That comes with being a boyfriend. You have to respond to my text messages. You have to listen to me when I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about. Now, that doesn't seem manipulative. It doesn't seem like gaslighting or shit testing, but that's an example of what you're volunteering for when you're lonely and you get in relationships. She's going to believe that you have to listen to her mindless thoughts or whatever jumps in front of her head whenever she wants. She can just go ahead and just blurt at any time, any day, whatever, and you have to listen. Okay, that's an example of what you guys are volunteering for when you commit. Now, what you'll have to do is find your masculine frame to beat that. You're not going to. You're not going to. She's just going to clamp her fucking legs. All right. Well, no pussy for you. You didn't listen to me. Okay. When she wants to talk and it's the fourth quarter, 2 minutes left of a tie ball game, you have to listen to me. Turn off the remote. Turn off the TV with the remote. Listen to me. She knows it's 2 minutes left in the game. She knows this is an important part of the game. Let's have her talk. All right. So it's one of those things that it's unavoidable, and I can comment on it because you know it's true, and there's no way you're beating that. All right. There might be a guy that again, exception to the rule guy can beat it, but most guys ain't beating it, especially when you're the fallback guy or she believes, like the guy named Baker Mayfield, especially when you chased her down. Well, you chased me. I had other options. I could have picked another guy, but you chased me down. You put in the effort to get me. You proposed to me. You asked me to marry you. You moved me in. And now you have to listen to me. That's just one level of it. That's just one level of the game. There's a whole bunch of those unwritten rules that she believes comes with commitment in relationships. Like, don't look at any other women. Oh, you looked at that woman a little bit too long. No pussy for you. All right. It happens until you figure it out. Like, nah, it ain't worth it. Okay. Let me see what we got here.
It's an evil world we live in.
Coming up next, we got somewhat of the pseudo main event coming up here, but we got some videos leading up to it. Breaking this down of the pain, misery, and the humiliation of being the cleanup guy or the fallback guy. Shout out to the appreciate you. Welcome back, coach. To answer the 20-year-old's question, every generation has strengths and weaknesses. Older generations learn through curiosity and experiences because information was limited. Gen Z has instant access to answers, which often removes mystery and discovery. This is definitely a good thing, right? This is a truth. So there's no mystery and discovery anymore. Everything's been said and told, and now you have to use judgment, right? The mysteries of relationships, the mysteries of men and women. Now we know it. There's no mystery anymore. There's just acceptance. So, you know, sometimes that can make it a little bit different, a different life. Some people are like, man, it's messed up. I wish I would have known this. But if you would have known this, would you have ever had children? Or would you have ever got married? Type stuff. Shout out to our brother here, Cali West. We back, coach. He says, if I see you rolling down the street, is it okay to yell out Rose? He says, I enjoyed the content you previewed on Locals. She's a pretty demure, fine, light-skinned, fair sister. You've been on my mind. Shout out to you. Plantation bros are going to go crazy because you can get their daughters too. Free agent lifestyle for life. One of the things that I love, Cali West, appreciate you, man. I had a young lady not too long ago, a few days ago, say, she was like, oh, you're older than my mom. All right. Shout out to her. She's aged just right. All right. She was looking at me. I told her, well, how old are you? Oh, I'm older than your mom. All right. Still didn't stop me from. All right. Anyway, let me stop. But yeah, I might have to do a show on the age gap relationships. And I was like, does your mom know how old I am? She was like, kinda. All right. Kinda she knows. I was like, shit, I could be dating your mama. I probably dated your mammy for free on Tinder and Bumble. She probably your mammy probably matched with me on Tinder or Bumble or Hinge, one of these normie dating apps. By the way, I cannot normie date. Normie dating is dead to me, bro. Normie dating is dead. Anthony B, fun fact, coach, that Ling you posted from Straggle and Sniggle with the purple Lambo at the gas station, she went on record saying that she makes about $300K a month on OnlyFans and had the receipts. Shout out to that Ling. People were saying that the one woman was lying about the receipts of OnlyFans. Well, either way, they do make some decent money. $300K a month on OnlyFans. Shout out to her. And she got the receipts and she got the Lambo. So they make some money. I know as content creators, they make money. All right. They may not make what they post, but they making some money. They got the Munions in the building.
I got money.
Did I say I did sizzle super chat? Oh, you know what? This is not supposed to be crawling across the screen. Yep, I did sizzle super chat. Okay, that means we're up to the main event. Do we need to take a break? It's early in the show. Yeah. Has the modern dating landscape confused you? Have many of the standards that you heard you're kind of tired of hearing about, and you're wondering, what does it all mean? Well, look no further. Join us talking about the monetized dating marketplace right now on Locals, and it is CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can create a free account to join the conversation between the Coach Gang members, but also on Sunday, we do a live stream demonstrating all aspects of the monetized dating marketplace, and coming soon in 2025, you're going to have access to a sample of the monetized dating marketplace course where you can get information related to how to participate in the monetized dating marketplace and or how to understand it, so you're not out here spinning your wheels trying to figure out how you're going to best deal with the monetized dating marketplace. Listen, everything and every aspect of dating is monetized. We just want to relieve the frustration that you might have about it. So the best way to do it is make a free account right there on Locals, CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can get access to those live streams, but create a free account. Just join the conversation. I am the only one covering this conversation from this point of view. And yes, I am ahead of my time. Get ahead of the information before you're priced out. Let's go. Do me a favor, hit the like button. We're headed down the end. We got the main event here. The sub-main event is going to be this woman out here who we've seen her for many decades. Her name is Claudia Jordan. This is something that men have been talking about for years, namely Kevin Samuels, but men before him have been talking about women reaching this stage in life, believing that they had options because they were hot in their 20s and close to their 30s. But then they thought, maybe I can focus on my career and focus on other things, and they're going to be as many available good men to me when I get into my mid to late 30s and 40s, right? Well, we know this is a new mindset. This is going to not be true, more than likely, and at best, they're going to settle. And even when they settle, they may believe that, hey, I got a good deal with the person that I settled with. And I'm fine with it. I'm not saying that they're going to end up with nobody. What I'm saying is they're not going to end up with the options they believe. Now, especially as they run higher up the scale or they're exposed to higher tier men, they may think that higher tier men are the norm. That's similar to an attractive woman that deals with a lot of men who are tall. She may think that there's a lot of tall men. I've heard a woman say that there's 40% of men that are 6 feet tall and above, when we know it's less than 20%. It's like 13% that are above 6'2". So they're exposed to a lot. They may think, I could just push this off to later. And then when they get to later, they might find struggle.
What happened? Where did all the
Now, this isn't something to celebrate. This is something to know that's going to happen. And some women, they still don't accept it. So they still will fight it. Well, Claudia Jordan, for those that don't know, mostly white people may not know who she is. She's someone that has been cosplaying a black woman. All right. I don't know. Is she Dominican? Mino Black Poppy? I don't know what is her background. Is she African American? I have no idea. She's been in the African American algorithm for many decades. All right. She's been rolling around with Vivica A. Fox and the other woman, I can't remember her name, but she married the island guy. What's that woman's name? She was in the movie. I can't remember the other girl's name, but she's another girl. She was fine as hell in her 20s and 30s, and then she ran around, fucked her life up, and now she's 50 and 60. Let's see what her name is. So we got Vivica A. Fox, Claudia Jordan, Lisa Ray. That's the woman's name, Lisa Ray, Players Club. So Lisa Ray, and there's another woman that rolls around the circles, but I don't think she's relevant. Yeah, so these women are they were hot as hell in the 80s and 90s. Mostly the 90s, they were just on fire. But, they had their options. They was hot shit. We cannot deny it. Vivica A. Fox was hot shit, right? In Independence Day, Vivica Fox was the shit, right? But now she's 50 and 60 and still mad at 50 Cent. Claudia Jordan, kind of racially ambiguous, Latina, cosplaying around the black community. She also did the same thing. What was she, a video vixen? She was an actress. I don't even know what she did. But she's been around that same circle, rolling around with high-tier celebrities all her life. And she thought she had it all, right? And you can see she's still attractive at her age, right? She's still good-looking. She's a good-looking woman. She can't deny it. She has good genes, good genetics. Lisa Ray, same thing. But as you can see, they've had their failures, and they're like, hey, well, I'm still hot shit. People are still going to want me. People still want them today, but they're not getting the men that they want. So what she just said here, and I'll play the clip, she shares the harsh truth of dating in your 40s and gives advice to black women. Okay, is she black? Okay. Is she? I have no idea. I mean, maybe she's like 25%. I don't think Claudia. I don't think so. All right, anyway, I might be wrong. And by the way, she once responded to one of my videos or one of my Instagram posts. And it says right here, you think when you are finally ready to settle down, it will be a lot of supply on the shelf, and it's not. Now, this is where men might get this wrong. She's Italian and black. Okay, shout out to her. Okay, so it says a lot of men might think that there's no men looking after her. That's not true. There are lots of men that will go take this. There's a lot of dudes in their 20s and 30s that will knock the Mario coins out of her. I'll knock the Mario coins out of her. I wouldn't want to see what it looked like in betwixt her legs. All right, I might want to cover my face and be like, damn. All right, it looked like a wreck down there, unless she got vagina rejuvenation therapy. But, I'm following up many men, bigger, stronger, faster, and better. Okay. I'm a still smash. I smash. All right. And I know her feet probably don't look good because she's been wearing them 6-inch stilettos all her life. I know them gnawed up, crusty ass toes probably done seen better days. Corns all on her toes and all that. All right. And she's out there. Marcus. She hit me with the Marcus. Okay. And the clap on, clap off. Okay. So here's the clip. I'm going to go ahead and unveil the clip here where this is where I hear this on a daily basis because I deal with women in this age, right? Because when you're dealing with women that are in their 20s and 30s, 50, you hear them set themselves up. And so it's not just Claudia Jordan. It's not just attractive women. We're talking about subpar, marginal women, women below, ugly women. They still are saying the same thing. They're like, I'm 24. I'm still young. I'm enjoying life. I got time when I'm ready to settle down. And then they'll describe the guy who they're ready to settle down with. I'll just find him. And the guy they describe, by the way, these are women that are sucking your dick and fucking you, right? They're doing the nastiest shit with no interrupt. And you're like, so you're doing this now. And then you think you're going to marry this guy later? Now, you can't tell them they're not going to find the guy, but they'll be like, he'll be generous and wealthy, not really rich or wealthy, but they're like, he'll be taking care of me. He might give me an allowance. He might. And these women don't, they're very regular women, subpar. And you're just like, and he'll do this and I'll do this. And I'll be somewhat still independent and he'll take care of me and I'll still make my money on the side and I'll still travel with my girls and I'll still go to nightclubs and parties and bars. And they'll just telling you this and you're sitting there like, and I'm just like, man, this is crazy. You would think it's one woman thinking like this. You would think it's 10%. It's literally like 80, 90% of them believe that that's what's going to happen. It's a fairy tale. I've even heard Asian women when I was in Asia, when I was in the Asian countries right there, when I was in the middle of the Orient, they were saying the same thing. So it was no different internationally. They still had this mindset that, yep, it'll all work out. I'll end up finding the guy that plug in and play. So this is leading up to the main event where you have the fallback guy, where they target the fallback guy because sometimes he represents that guy that doesn't care what she does, gives her that independence, but still cares for her, right? He's generous. He does these things. So they still believe, and a lot of them still believe that that's going to happen to him. And it's very sad. It's a sad thing to see because we know the outcome. We know the reality of it. The majority of them aren't going to get it. They're not going to get it. All right. Even if they get something, they're not getting what they want. They're not getting what they thought they were going to get. So we have Claudia Jordan here going to express this. And again, somebody argued the exception to the rule. I'm a woman and I got it. Okay, that's the exception to the rule. That's a disingenuous argument. Congratulations. I'm not mad that you got it, but we know that most women aren't getting it. Okay, let's continue.
That when you're ready to settle down, that there's always going to be a lot of supply in the shelves. And it's not. Like at this age, a lot of the good guys are married or taken because they're good guys. And I was having a conversation with a girlfriend of mine the other day, and I'm like, well, your best bet now is maybe someone that a good man that maybe is coming out of a marriage, getting a divorce.
Yep.
So, you know,
look at that.
I think in our youth, and I would like people to know this when they're younger, we think, oh, there's always going to be an endless supply.
Yes.
I can wait till tomorrow.
So I don't have any time to wait.
All right, so this guy's reacting to the video. Shout out to him, the human mannequin. I'm not going to cover his reaction. All right. But shout out to him. She said an endless supply. That's what they believe. There's going to be an endless supply. So then when they hit the bump in the road and they find difficulty, they're in their late 30s, their 40s, their 45, 50. When they hit all these bumps in the road, they're like, what's going on? Right?
What happened? Where did all the men go?
They're like, what's going on? What's going on? Where are all of these men that I had when I was 25 and I was getting all these free trips and I was getting this and I didn't have to wait in line at the club and they were promising me this and doing that? Well, the first thing she said, where she got half right, she says the good men are going to be married. Okay, the good men are going to be gone off there. They're gone by the time I'm 40. But what she also missed, but she kind of alluded to, is that there's a divorced man out here, which then talks about the fallback guy, which I've said a lot of guys. I said this. She said it, but of course, when women say it, it doesn't sound like how I teach you. When I said that women prey on divorced men because those men are coming out of a relationship in which they haven't healed, but those women see that man as commitment worthy, they are predatory and using his pain of coming out of the relationship to target them for commitment. This is why I have a suggestion that a woman once told me that after your divorce, you need 5 years minimum before you get in any serious relationship. A woman once told me that. She said, deal with hookers and whores before you get into a relationship. And the reason why is because you're not emotionally healthy yet. You're going to have a lot of women see you as a good man. She said it. Good men coming out of the divorce. You're a good guy. You've been manipulated by the marriage will. You're trying to heal and find answers. They prey on you. They come in there. You're the cleanup guy. You're so wonderful. You're a good father. I can't believe that woman did that to you. They prey on you. And then you lock in and then you got. All right. She just admitted that. The thing that I've been teaching you for years, she just admitted it. Okay, maybe there'll be a good guy coming out of a marriage that I can manipulate and lead on. So she got it half right, but she didn't even complete the sentence. She should have said there are good men coming out of marriage that are easy targets to be the fallback guy that don't know right from wrong, right from left, east from west. He's deluded. He don't know what's going on. He's searching for answers. He hasn't healed, and they come in and swoop in and target you. I've experienced this myself, and I had to fight it because that guy is commitment based. He's just been living with the woman all his life. Now he's going to get with a woman that's just been single or divorced herself, and she going to be halfway running the fucking streets and halfway trying to manipulate this nigga. I'm going to just let you know, this is predatory behavior. She just admitted to it. You got to have your guard up if you're a man that is in that realm. You're divorced. You just had a bad breakup. She just said that those are probably the only available good men left. Okay. So you got to watch out for that. When I say women manipulate, I know people think that I'm talking bad about women. I'm trying to paint them as negative. No, manipulation doesn't imply that it's evil. It just implies that you're trying to mold the situation to your advantage or to lead you to success, to get to what you want. Everybody manipulates. So it's not something that is evil, but it's evil if you don't know it's happening to you. Right. So if you're unaware of the manipulation, yes, or you're unaware that you're a trick, yes, it's evil. I'll play the clip again just so you can see and pick it out. Okay, let's continue.
I think that when you're ready to settle down, that there's always going to be a lot of supply on the shelves.
I'm ready to settle down. See, here's the thing, man. I just don't see that Kevin Samuels used to say, a lot of people used to say, well, men dictate relationships, women dictate access to sex. Okay, men dictate access to relationships, whereas women believe they can dictate the access to relationships. Okay, I'm ready. And what do? They don't improve themselves. They just change. Okay, I'm ready. No, you're not ready. Okay, you just don't want to be a whore anymore. That's all. And the next day, now you're ready. Or you caught the clap. You're done dealing with these celebrities and athletes or broke niggas. Okay, I'm done with that. I'm mature. I want to become a woman now. That's what I'm ready means. It doesn't mean she's ready for a relationship. It just means she just turned the fucking page. I've just turned the page. I'm ready now. I'm ready to settle down. I've had my fun. I'm ready to settle down. That's what that means. And unfortunately, they think that they can have their fun first and that the man's going to pick up the slack. Unfortunately, we see a lot of men are not playing that fallback guy. And they say something's wrong with them. I'll show you clips of this.
And it's not. Like at this age, a lot of the good guys are married.
Okay, a lot of the good guys are married. All right, so the good guys are off the marketplace for now. Half of them will be divorced, but now she knows she's going to target those guys.
Or taken because they're good guys. And I was having a conversation with a girlfriend of mine the other day, and I'm like, well, your best bet now is maybe someone that a good man that maybe is coming out of a marriage, getting a divorce.
So she said she's having a conversation with women, other friends, meaning this is an intentional conversation that they're having with other women, and they've concluded, you know what we should do? We should go after men coming out of a marriage. That's targeting. That's predatory. That's manipulation by itself, meaning they've had an advanced plan to target this group of men to get what they want. That's predatory. Because they've concluded that these are the only hope they got. That's called predatory behavior. If I set up with a group of men and said, we're going to get women out of the grocery store, blah, blah, blah. And I said, we're going to get them when they're pushing the shopping cart. And when they get to their car, I'm going to help them with their grocery bags. That's predatory. That's manipulation. I'm going to get them when they're vulnerable. Oh, you look like you need help. Let me help you with your bags or groceries. Put them in there. Hi, what's your name? That's a tactic. That's not love. That's not love. That's a tactic. That's predatory. That's manipulation. She just admitted to it. You'll still deny me, but that's what it is. Okay.
So, I think in our youth, and I would like people to know this when they're younger, we think, oh, there's always going to be an endless supply. I can wait till tomorrow.
So I don't have any.
Right, so don't wait till tomorrow. And I think that, unfortunately, I'm going to just tell you, young women are still programmed with that. So this is why I always tell you, Yeah, there's some good women out here, but that doesn't mean that they don't have this programming. So you meet her at 26, she's going to be like, I still got time. I'll mess around with you a little bit. I'll do this and that, but she don't have any intentions of settling down. But when she does settle down or wants to settle down, she'll want you to just snap right into it, aka the fall guy. They want you to just snap right into it. Okay, all right, give up all your hoes, put away all your toys, put away your video games, be the good guy, accept me. And guys aren't falling for that. Unfortunately, this is what's corrupting the dating marketplace. Let's go to the next one here. We have this guy right here, this young lady right here. She says, every man that I have met that is not married over 50 does not want to get married. Okay, this goes along with the main event, which, yeah, let's go ahead and ring the main event bell. The misery and humiliation of being the fallback clean up guy. So this seems to be a younger woman that is between 25 and 35. She says men that are 50 plus don't want to get married, and she doesn't know why. Why don't they want to marry? That's what she's asking. So let's see here. And she starts off with, eat my ass if I'm wrong. Listen, I can't control what these people do.
Eat my ass if I'm wrong, but like, every man that I have met that is not married and is 50 plus, they don't want to get married. And I'm saying this because I talked to somebody yesterday, just like in the hospital, and they were just visiting their family, and they were showing me pictures of all their kids and like, you know, just like how he's having all of his exes visit, you know, the family member. And I'm looking at him like, oh, that's cool. And he's like, yeah, I don't have a ring on my finger, you know, like, I don't want to get married. I'm never going to get married. And then it made me think of my dad. My dad's the same way. He's telling me, oh, I've been with your stepmom for so-and-so years. We've been through hell and back, but I'm never getting married. And I'm looking at them like, why not? They done already been through hell and back. You might as well give them the fucking ring. And then they'll be like, well, I do give them a ring. I just won't sign the marriage contract. Why the fuck not?
As you can see, many people still don't know of the anti-marriage movement. They still haven't accepted it. And this is an example of a person that's pretty much had her head in the sand. And so she doesn't understand the idea of a man losing leverage and losing money in divorce in their 50s and 60s by gambling on a woman in his 50s to marry her. She doesn't know any of this. She's probably never heard of this, or if she's heard about it, she's just ignored it and just dismissed it. So why not? Why not go through the legal ceremony? Well, a guy in his 50s knows that the odds of him surviving a marriage of a woman with a woman that he's married late is low. All right. Especially if it's not the first marriage, if it's the second or third marriage, it's pretty low. It's not the best situation for him. He might as well just ride it out until he meets Jesus. Let's ride this out until I meet Jesus, as opposed to gambling and losing bad and never being able to financially recover, which then people are going to say, well, that might not happen. Okay, well, I'm not at 50 going to gamble on that. I'm not gambling that on 50. So guys at this side, she's saying, I'll give her a ring and we'll act like a wife and husband, which could be problematic in many, but no way am I going to do that. And she's just saying, why? Why not?
You don't have shit anyway. I mean, maybe the guy does. My dad doesn't. So I don't understand why not.
Why not?
Like, why? Why are y'all so scared to just like get married?
Yeah, this is, to me, man, this is her head in the sand. All right. Why are y'all afraid? Again, afraid, putting fear in there to say you're just afraid. You're scaredy cat. I double dog dare you.
Like, it doesn't make sense to me. I really am baffled. Like, eat my ass if I'm wrong, but like, you already wasted all these years not being married. Why not just end your life with marriage?
Yeah, man, this woman smokes a lot of weed here.
You're with the girl anyway. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And it's always the 50 plus motherfuckers. Like, why? Why not just get married? Like, I don't understand.
Yeah, no. You listen, I don't care if she understands. It's not your point to understand. It's my life. So anyway, sad reality of it. But what happens is there's a pain and misery for men that are the fallback guy. So a man in his 50s getting targeted for marriage is definitely a fallback guy. I don't care how old the woman is. She could be 22. She could be 26. She could be 30. Certainly if she's in her 40s, Claudia Jordan style, this is a fallback guy. And so the fallback guy is going to be treated a certain way. Sometimes in these relationships, all right, some men are relationship oriented and they're targeted for their goodness. All right, good men. And women that have lived their lives out and had their fun and ready to settle down will target these men. Now, if they get a relationship or a marriage out of them, they will say, look at me. I did it. I ended up being a whore in my 30s, but now I'm in my 40s and I found the guy. And the guy either accepts the fact that she was one and doesn't care, or he doesn't know anything about it. He is clueless about it, which is even worse because she didn't even share the fact that she was what she was doing. She might even say, well, I had a hard life and I was going through some things and I was going through tough times and I was in some drugs and alcohol. I party. And she'll give you all the reasons to believe that she was a skeezer out here, but she won't say pure and simple she was a skeezer. She'll say I was trapping, I was doing this, and I was rolling with the wrong crowd. I was experiencing depression and these type of things. She will just dress it up as victim or feeling sorry, so you won't ask her the tough questions. But I tell you to ask her the tough questions. But men who are relationship oriented, particularly lonely, or feeling lucky that they're getting this type of woman, an attractive woman in her older age, they feel like they're getting a reward. All right, they're feeling like they're getting a reward. So she'll also say no one actually cared for her like you do. My family, she'll talk about her father, relationship with her father, or particularly her mother, something like this. There will be some of these things that she will say to dress up the fact that she was promiscuous, or she sold pussy, or she rode with gangbangers, or hung out with Pookies and Ray Rays, these type of things. Okay, so she'll dress it up and then say, I deserve this. And no one's ever treated me like this. And I've never shared and been open and honest with a man like this, but you're the first one. But it'll start off with, hey, handsome. Hey, handsome. So you're the handsome guy. Now, handsome doesn't mean fine, or as we call it, fine. So men who are fine don't deal with this. And that's only a small percentage of men. Now, that doesn't mean their life is perfect, but they're never going to be treated like the fallback guy. They're the guys that get access to pussy very relatively easy or minimally. Here's the problem. These women are imprinted by these guys, meaning that they find these men attractive. Handsome is not attractive. A woman that says handsome, she's not generally attracted to you. She's attracted to your qualities. Okay. A man to a woman, if a man is fine, she's attracted to him, meaning that she might be willing to do just whatever she needs to do with him, but she might not expect anything serious with him. But a guy that's handsome, which men fall into that category, you can be short and handsome, tall and handsome, fat and handsome. You have qualities that she likes that she will accept. All right. I can be seen with this guy. He'll do. I'll justify his attractiveness for the fact that he's short or fat or oblong or goofy or whatever it is. He can do. I can take him to brunch, to church. I can take accept. My family will accept him. This will be doable, right? He's a silver fox. He's attractive. Maybe she's going to find ways to justify why you're handsome. Okay. But handsome men have to jump through hoops and hurdles. And here's where the problem is. Men who fall in this category, and many men do, some dudes are just ugly and incels. You guys are out of the game. But a lot of guys fall into this fallback category where they expect you to fall on the sword, to be the stepdad, to clean up the community, to all of these things, to marry her. Well, the woman that is imprinted by the foreign guys that she gave access to, she still likes those guys. Yeah. And what's worse is that if you commit to this woman being a fallback guy, Mr. Handsome, she's still going to put herself in the arenas of the foreign guys, which is the problem for you. So she thinks you're handsome, you'll do, you got qualities that she likes, she's ready to settle down, she's ready to snatch you up. That doesn't mean she's not still going to house parties, being around these niggas, hanging out with them, going down with them, going to the party, the nightclub, and so forth and so on. She'll double dip, and then she'll claim, these are just my friends. These are just my friends that I hang out with, my homeboys, my homegirls, my male best friend, my man from out of town, the dudes I went to college with. Yeah, these are these guys. These are my past. Don't worry about them. She'll still put these people in. She'll still hang out with them. She'll still enjoy time with them. So she'll still go to these venues where these guys exist so she can get access to them. Even if they're flirting, or even if they had a past, even if she might think, oh, I'll just fuck them and it's just a fuck. Dance partners, play cousins, homies she went to school with. She's still, because you're a good guy, because you're relationship oriented, because you be like, I trust women. You'll say goofy things like trust but verify. Yep, she'll still go to the Breezy Bowl. She's still going to go to the Pro Bowl, the NBA All-Star game. She's still going to do these things, but she's still going to have you on the mantle because you're relationship oriented and you're like, okay, I don't want to be like, I don't trust her. So yeah, she can go there. This is where you have the idea that these women think there's going to be a guy that she gets, that she can still be independent and be out there partying and girl tripping and then come back to him. Hi, honey. Okay. And if she ever got caught up in a situation, she could just say, well, I didn't intend to, and I got drunk and I just this, and I slept at my friend's. So this is pure manipulation when you're this fallback guy. Now, men, because they've been educated about this, they've been choosing not to be the fallback guy. What have they chosen? Passport bro, free agent lifestyle, MGTOW, red pill. They figured out how to back out of that situation. No stepdad, single mothers, or recreational use only. Men have adapted to this to not be the fallback guy. All those movements are, or I'm not going to be the fallback guy. That's all they are. That's all you can sum up all of those movements or philosophy. I refuse to be the fallback guy. That's all that is. That's all that is. And because this has disrupted the dating and the relationship marketplace, even Claudia Jordan said so. All right, this is disrupting. Where all these good men at?
What happened? Where did all the men go?
Okay. Even the men are trying to force you. What's wrong with you? Don't age gap date. Don't be out here messing with my daughters and nieces and cousins and them. Don't be out here being the passport trick. Don't trick. Don't pay for pussy. Don't do. So they still want you to be the fallback guy. They still want you to be out here running game at 40 and 45, going to 50-year-old plus speed dating events, trying to forge relationships, like being the fallback guy. They still want you out here going to nightclubs at 45 with your motherfucking brim on and your fancy sweater and going to nightclubs talking to old skeezers. Old players talking to old skeezers. Man, give it up. Give it up. Now, here's how this works. The person typically using this particular dating strategy, older women over 35 up, what they'll do is they'll still come in here and act like they have options. I still got options out here, and they do. They got a lot of dick options. They still got dudes in the DMs and maybe some celebrities, depending on how old they are, some young niggas, right? Some YNs. They'll still have options of getting laid. But what they won't have is good men options. As Claudia Jordan said, there's just a thin supply. And a lot of women are competing for that thin supply. Even the girls that aren't reformed skeezers are competing for that thin supply. But they'll still insinuate that they have options, but they chose you. I choose you. You're just so handsome and great. You're wonderful. Anytime a woman's singing my praises, I don't believe any of it. You're just so wonderful. You're a diamond in the rough. You're so handsome. You're so great. You're so wonderful. I don't believe none of that shit. This is what I started doing. All right, the alarm started going off in my motherfucking head. I'm be like, this is not true. What she's saying is not true. She wants something. Okay. I ain't that fucking great. I ain't that great. Now, I think I'm great. Don't get me wrong, but what she's saying to me is a goddamn lie. Because I wasn't hearing this shit when I was 22 or 26. I didn't hear none of that shit. Now all of a sudden I'm so great and I'm so wonderful and I'm a diamond in the rough. I ain't like the rest of these niggas out here. Okay. Now, you, the fallback guy, is one of their options. Nobody else is trying to marry her but you. But you're the last option for her to get what she wants, which is to settle down. So she'll tell you how she's genuinely attracted to you and how you're so great and handsome and wonderful. But she's just attracted to the qualities as she's ready to fucking jump off the cock carousel. That's all. Now, here's the part of it. The process that she's going to take you through is not the process that she just been previously dealing with. I'm ready to settle down now. The people that she was dealing with prior to that are not going to be required to do what you are going to be required to do. This is what's going to turn your stomach. You might be alarmed by this, or you might just give it a ghetto pass. I'll give you a pass, but you're going to have to do humiliation ritual. There's going to be a standard list. There's going to be a motive MO. There's going to be this. You got to do this. You got to take me out here. You got to dress me up there. You got to do this. You got to accept that. You can't do this. You can't sound like that. Can't listen to Kevin Samuels. You got to do this. Let me play you a video of a woman basically saying and doing that. All right. She'll jump in there and say, I'm going to give you a chance. She's going to act like she's doing you a favor. I'm doing you a favor. Look how beautiful I am. And I got a lot of young men that I turn down in the DMs and they approach me at the gas station. I got a lot of guys after me, but I want you. I'm choosing you. So go ahead and take this up and swoop it up. Get it fast. Get it while it's hot.
Dear future husband, I require a man of God. I require good morning text. I require flowers. I require date nights. I require time. I require respect. I require loyalty. I require love. I require affection. I require reassurance. I require all these things. Yes. Listen, ladies, never settle for less. There's a man out there that will give you everything that you require. And I want you to know, stop settling because it looks good. Stop settling because it sounds good. Stop settling.
Not the Charlie Brown. All right, so that's what will happen. Now, men that are relationship oriented, they fall right in line because there's a lot of guys that are codependent and they are about relationships. So they'll swoop this shit up. They'll take that deal quick or quickly. They'll jump right on the deal. Oh, look at what I got. They won't explore. They won't explore their options. They'll just jump right on the first thing that, the first woman to tickle her fucking itches ear. Oh, and he'll jump on it. So, and I'm not saying something's wrong with that, but they'll jump right into the humiliation ritual and they'll take pride. Look at what I got. Stepmom, single mom. Look at what I got. This attractive older woman. Look at what I got. She fine as hell. She still got it. And then she'll be like, all right, she'll be like, look, I got this nigga hook, line, and sinker. And she'll make the best out of it. She's not going to give him bad results. Most likely she'll do good. Why? Because she wants to settle down. She'll take that deal. Okay, good. And she'll do whatever. She'll cook and clean and make you mac and cheese and motherfucking chicken fettuccine and Texas toast and lemonade and Kool-Aid with the extra scoop of sugar. She'll do all of that shit. She'll treat you like a fucking king in many cases. So in many cases, this is not a bad result, but you had to go through a standards list that the previous guys didn't. Right? You had to jump through hoops and hurdles. And they also believe that most women aren't checking for you. So they'll be like, I know no women like me are checking for you. So you better take this deal. So what'll happen is she feels like she's doing you a favor. Jump on this deal. You'll give her an easy relationship with minimal work. You'll commit to her fast, which is a mistake. You'll give her a commitment fast, which is then what'll happen is she'll lose respect for you. All right. She'll lose respect for you ultimately, which then what'll happen is you'll think you are getting it for free. Oh, I took her out. I paid for a cheap date at Olive Garden. Then the second date, she took me to a Mexican restaurant and paid. I fucked her after the second date. She gave you lost leader pussy. On the third date, you cooked at home and now you got a relationship. So you think you got an easy deal. It was super duper easy. She's somewhat attractive. I like her. She can, she performed well in bed. It was cheap. We had sex and boom, look at what I got. And you gave her an easy commitment, which is a mistake because she thinks that you didn't have anything else going on. You didn't have any options. So now you, in a sense, she easily got you. I got him easy. You ain't going nowhere. Where else you going to go? What else type of woman you're going to get like me? I'm the best type of woman you obviously got because you committed to me in less than 3 weeks. You see what I mean? You didn't make her work for it. It was an easy relationship, but you thought you got it on the cheap. Easy trap laid, lost leader pussy, cheap date, older woman, bang. Whereas the other men avoided her, made her jump through hoops and hurdles, ghosted on her. They gave her trouble to get the relationship. You gave it to her easy, so there's no respect level there. And eventually, she'll walk away from you. Okay, now, let me play a couple of other videos to solidify this point. We have a brother named Kiwan, I believe his name is. All right, Kiwan. He looks like a New York, Philadelphia nigga. He looks like one of these sticky finger niggas from Onyx. Well, watch this.
It's a fucked up thing to say. But when a woman from my community tell me I'm being a good man, I immediately start checking for the sucker shit I'm motherfucking doing. You know, this is a fucked up thing to say.
All right, so for the white people here, he said, I know this is a effed up thing to say. Again, this is him in the Matrix. He knows what's wrong, but he feels bad about saying this. But he said, when a woman says you're a good man, I immediately start looking for the sucker shit that I'm doing. Hit the motherfucking music. That is right. Absolutely right. Now, I'm not saying you should not do sucker shit. I'm not saying you should not be a good man, but he's right. No man has ever done these things for me. Nobody's ever taken me on a date like this. Nobody's ever gave me this. Nobody's ever done this for me. You're the best man that ever done shit like this. Nobody's ever been this generous. When you hear this shit, you need to be checking for the sucker shit you doing. Now, if you happy with the sucker shit that you doing, which you can be, fine. I'm not telling you you shouldn't do it. I'm not policing you and whatever. If you're happy with your results, clap your hands. If you're happy with results, clap your hands. All right. If you're happy and you know it, and your face will surely show it, ass nigga. All right. Hey, he's right. He's right. If when they start saying this, and I've never told people like this, I've never opened up to a man like this before, you know good and damn well you doing some sucker shit.
But when a woman from my community tell me I'm being a good man, I immediately start checking for the sucker shit I'm motherfucking doing.
Facts. That is an absolute fact. That's an absolute fact. Now, again, depending on how you're oriented as a man, you might be fine with this. And I'm telling you, go ahead. But you know, when it falls apart, or she doesn't respect you, or she just said, hey, she treats you like she was the best option for you, and she starts treating you that way, don't be surprised. When she starts reneging on sex, don't be surprised, because a woman only knows you not from your past, because it doesn't matter. Your past doesn't matter as much as her past matters to you. If a woman comes into your life, she only knows you for that period of time that you've been a part of her life. She doesn't know your reputation, you had hoes, you were a player, you were married, you were divorced. She doesn't know any of this. You had game. If she walks in that door and you immediately start doing sucker shit, and in 3 weeks you gave her a relationship, not many men have given her a relationship that fast. They played around with her, fucked her over, stressed it out, ghosted on her, hit it 6 months in a row, didn't know, couldn't explain where this was going. You came in, date 1, date 2, relationship, marriage, moved in. You gave it to her in 3 weeks. That's all she can reference as to who you were before she showed up. It's not her fault. It's 100% your fault. So when she started playing you like you was a nobody, you demonstrated that to her, because she hasn't been able to get it that easy. She must think she's a rock star. She must be like, I'm a rock star to this nigga. I must be the best piece of pussy he got. He must love something about me. That's the only thing she can go off of. But you were the quick fallback guy trying to prove that you can get a woman, possibly coming out of a bad relationship or a marriage, and then you went for it. That's the only thing that she can go off of. So when she treats you as such, what do you expect? I've done this before. And I realized what I did, and I broke up with her, and I said, listen, I committed to you way too fast. I see where this is going. It's not working in my favor. Sorry about this, and they didn't understand, because they were like, damn, I got a relationship. I got a boyfriend just like that. Most of the time, she gave you 1-2 pieces of pussy and you committed to her and you deleted your Bumble and your Tinder. Let's delete our Bumble and Tinder. 2 weeks down the line, she treating you like Boo Boo the Fool. And you're like, damn. She going out. I'm going to a house party. I'm going to the nightclub. And you start going, wait, baby, wait. You lost your leverage. Your leverage is when before you commit to a relationship. Soon as you commit to the relationship, you have no leverage or negotiation power. So she knows that you didn't negotiate this up front. You committed to her. Now you're trying to rein her in and change the rules. She's like, that's not how this works. This is what happens to men that are fallback guys. Okay. What'll happen typically of a fallback guy is once you stand your ground, she'll stand up against you. Okay, you'll start asking her who her male friends are. So my male friend's coming in from out of town. I'm going to spend the night at my girlfriend's house and with her boyfriend, and he's going to be there too. And you're going to be like, huh? Okay, you'll stand your ground. She'll call you insecure and you don't trust her. And she might say, fuck you. Why? Why'd she do that? Well, because you were the fallback guy. She can just go back out there and run some dick. She got guys still in her DMs. She got still guys she was texting to begin with. They still were putting pressure and heat on her ass. She missed those guys. Many of those guys she's actually attracted to. They're foreign. So you gave her the commitment, the relationship. She has never disengaged with these people. Most women don't disengage with these men for about the first 2 years, all right, of your relationship. So she feels like, okay, I can easily get you if I need to. I can easily get another one like you if can easily get you. And then also I have my backup shit over here. Now, what'll happen is this. She'll get hit over the head. Okay, so I've done this many a times where the woman, I stand up to her, I stand my ground. She ends up saying, I'm not going to deal with this. She'll go out there and ride some dick. She'll go out there and look for other options. It doesn't come as easy as fast, and she'll circle the block. Or she'll spin the block, as the ghetto people say. She'll spin the block. Hey, stranger. Hey, big head. I've been thinking about you. I miss you. Maybe we can start again. Hey, handsome. She'll re-engage with you 5-6 months down the line. Now, here's where the problem is. She'll never address the previous issue. If you address the previous issue, she's going to be like, you're going to bring up this old shit again? I thought we were moving past this. She'll want to start over from square one or really jump back. She'll want to jump back in where she left off. Let's jump back into the relationship and just make it work this way with a slight twist or a turn. I'll just jump back. And also she's assuming you didn't have no shit going on either. All right. He probably ain't got no shit going on. I was the best thing since sliced bread to him. He committed to me within 2 or 3 months or weeks. I'll just jump back in with him. He probably ain't doing shit either. He probably ain't doing shit. No way. He's the fallback guy. So she'll think she can just jump right back into the front of the line of some shit that you didn't have going on. All right, he probably ain't got no hoes. He probably doing whatever he want. I could just jump back in because I'm so beautiful and wonderful. He told me so. Now, if you try to bring up the past shit and maybe you're horny, maybe you didn't have anything going on and you accept her back, you go back to something old, she won't respect you. You're not going to get into change woman. She hasn't changed. She's just going back to what's easy. She done dick down and she done dealt with some miserable hinge dates and she done dealt with some niggas that gave her some STD. She done went and took some antibiotics and a yeast infection and now she's back. I'm back. And she'll spin the block. She'll circle back and then she'll jump right back in front of the line. Here I am. This is what happens typically in these situations here. So you are the fallback guy. And let me play a video to kind of solidify this even further. We have this woman here. We have an older woman demonstrating exactly what I'm talking about here. Here we go right here. Okay, this is a white woman for the people who don't like me playing videos about black women. All right, so here we go. She says casual sex is for younger men. All right, this is a woman. Guess her age. I would say between 45 and I would say between 40 and 45. All right. Casual sex is for younger men, but older men, fallback guy. You got to do X, Y, and Z.
have casual sex with men my own age. If I'm going to have casual sex, you are going to be younger and hotter than me. If we're both of wedding age, who's flying the plane? If I'm just looking for some fun, a nice 20-something-year-old athlete or model will do. I don't need a marriage-aged man for a one-night stand. I don't need you at a big serious age being unserious with me. I don't need anybody with gray hair and a bald patch telling me I don't know what this is. I don't know if we have a future together. Honey, I don't know if you have a future at your age. Like, have you made arrangements? No, if it's going to be fun, he's going to be young. Don't need an old man hitting me up for young man activities, okay? I don't have casual sex with men my own age.
All right, so you hear what I'm saying here. So this is a woman who's saying, I want to settle down. I'm a skeezer. She admits to being a skeezer. I didn't call her a skeezer. I just described her. She admit to it. Hey, I fuck younger guys casually. A lot of women do this. Okay, skeezer. If I'm going to fuck somebody for fun, she said, it ain't going to be no old nigga that acts as a fallback guy. I'm going to make him jump through hoops and hurdles. You got to do X, Y, and Z. But for the guys who want to fuck for free and hook up here, yes. I know who to target for that, but it ain't you. All right. What you're going to have to do, sir, is marriage.
And that's you.
Fallback, retirement plan, get serious, fly the plane, be the leader, move me in. He said, why do Yo, and people think I'm lying. I'm going to find the video that validates my point. Now, it's going to be considered some bias, but the way I teach you and the way women say it, it's always going to be differently. Like, you're going to be like, yeah, when they say it doesn't hit as hard, but when I say it, it hits you over the face. Like I just hit you with a frying pan, and you're like, this cannot be true. Okay, listen to her. Listen to her tell it. She's going to say exactly what I said, but it's just going to sound a little bit different. It ain't going to hit you in the face with a frying pan. You just going to be out here, man, this bitch delusional, and you're going to be able to call her out. Oh, whatever it is. Okay. She ugly, whatever it is. Okay. But look, she just said exactly what I've been teaching you last 30 minutes.
I have casual sex with men my own age. If I'm going to have casual sex, you are going to be younger and hotter than me. If we're both of wedding age, who's flying the plane?
Now, here's the sad part about it. Let's say, for instance, for shits and giggles, I, at 50, got in a relationship with this woman at 44. She's still talking to the young niggas. The casual sex young guys, she's still going out to Dre's to hang out with these niggas. She's still going to house parties to hang out with these niggas. These niggas gonna be there. She's still having conversations and text messages with these while I'm in a relationship with her. She's still hanging out with them. She might be fucking them still. Right? More than likely she is, or she's getting close to it. Or if she does do it, she'll be like, well, she doesn't eliminate that marketplace because I jumped in line and I was like, well, okay, if that's the case, I'll marry you then. She doesn't get rid of them. She doesn't change that behavior. That behavior still exists. You still sign up to keep that behavior. Now you're chasing her around and she's playing games and going on girls' trips and hanging out with athletes and celebrities and hanging out at Dre's, and she's still doing it. And talking to them. She's still got her dating app. She doesn't get rid of that behavior until probably later. You got to put up with it for a long time. This is the humiliation part of being the fallback guy. And she's not getting rid of them. She can't change that behavior overnight. Just like men can't switch monogamy on and off overnight, she has lived this life for the better part of 10, 15, 20, or 30 years. She's not going to switch that off just because she met a handsome, good guy. She might say she did. She might say she's monogamous. She might say I'm not the person like the type of person that does that. But trust me, she cannot turn that behavior off. There's too much dopamine and endorphins that are attached to that makes her feel good. You will not replace this. This is why it doesn't pay to be the cleanup guy or the replacement fallback guy. The likelihood that she changes the behavior overnight is slim to none, and Slim just died.
If I'm just looking for some fun, a nice 20-something-year-old athlete or model will do. I don't need a marriage-aged man for a one-night stand. I don't need you at a big serious age being unserious with me. I don't need anybody with gray hair and a bald patch telling me I don't know what this is. I don't know if we have a future to.
Now, the guy that she just described, a gray hair with a bald patch, an older guy that blah, blah, blah. Guess what? She texts him every morning. Hey, handsome. You see what I'm saying? But when she describes him in the pejorative, she says gray hair with a bald patch. But when she texts him in the morning, hey, handsome. You see that? That's why I tell them that hey, handsome shit is bullshit. She's willing to marry this nigga that she described gray hair with a bald patch. But she got attractive, young athletes at 20 and 30 that she's willing to fuck for casual. But she likes the quality. He's a leader. He pays the bills. He does this. She likes the quality. Hey, handsome. But she just insulted you behind attractive 20-year-old young niggas. I tell you that hey, handsome shit is bullshit. You guys got to see that as bullshit.
Together. Honey, I don't know if you have a future at your age.
Also, at your age, you don't even have a future. You're going to be dead. But I'll still marry you and collect up the benefits. Okay? Hey, handsome.
Like, have you made arrangements? No. If it's going to be fun, he's going to be young. Don't need an old man hitting me up for young man activities.
Look at that. Old man. So, again, now she's going to marry you and still not fuck you because you're an old man. That's young man activities. Now you married her. She still ain't going to fuck you. Now you still got to work to fuck her. But the young man activities, nah, we getting that in. And she's going to be 40, 45, 50, 50. Trust me, I know women there in their mid to late 40s and 50s still acting like this. You're going to be surprised. I know women in their mid to late 40s, 50s, early 50s, sometimes in their late 50s acting just like this. And that's why when they hit me with that hey, handsome shit, I just be like, bounce right off my damn chest right to the floor. Whatever. All right. It don't mean shit to me. But look how she's describing hey, handsome. Like a piece of shit.
Okay. I don't have casual sex with men my own age. If I'm going to have casual sex.
Okay, we heard that part already. Let me do the super chats. It was the main event. Shout out to y'all, man. Did y'all get some edification today? Did I break this down? This isn't to demean or belittle women. This is to educate and empower men to realize that the tactics that they use are very manipulative. It's for their own survival. It's for their own purpose. It's not for yours. All right. The humiliation and the misery part of it and the pain part of it comes from when you realize this has happened and it's too late. There's nothing you can do. You've already committed to them. You moved them in, you married them, or you gave them an engagement ring and they start treating you like shit or, disrespectfully, or maybe she might hone in and say, I'll settle down and treat this man right. There's a chance that she does this, but you then realize it's too late. I don't want you to realize it when it's too late. So I need you to do your homework on her and not quickly give in. Most of the time, it's kind of like if you don't give them the relationship quick, she'll just move on from you. Right? She'll hang around with you 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, and she'll want to speed that relationship up. Soon as she knows she's not going to get it, she's going to move on. And then guess what? A week or two later, as soon as you turn your back, you're going to maybe get a message from her, or you might message her, and she's going to have a relationship. Oh, I got into a relationship. You're like, what? I turned my back for 1 or 2 weeks and you're already in a committed relationship? How did that work out? She found another soft target. She's at the age where she's finding soft targets. She's finding the softest targets. Give it 6 months, she'll be pinging you back. Hey, handsome. Now, the guy that she find that soft target with, she was fucking him when she was calling you, hey, handsome. She was in the picture the whole time. And she was stringing this nigga along the whole goddamn time. When her phone was buzzing while she was in your bed, that was that nigga buzzing her phone. So when she found You wasn't going to give her the relationship. You turned your fucking back 1 or 2 weeks. She's in a relationship. Soft target. Tell me I ain't lying. All right. I done just hit you with $1 million worth of game. Shout out to Wallow and Gilly. But I done hit you with the undisputed truth. Anybody deny what I'm telling you at this point, it's going to be on your hand. The blood's going to be on your hands. Deny me if you want. Let me get to these super chats. Okay. So know this going in, but don't take it personal. It's the only way they do it and are going to survive. It is what it is, nigga. That's what I do. I'd be like, it is what it is, bro. That's why I knew I was nothing special to begin with. So all that hate handsome shit was bullshit to begin with. It is what it is. There was another nigga she was hate handsome into. Shout out to Ghost J from Jamaica. Thank you, coach. This episode is important. That's a co-sponsorship. Shout out to you, Ghost J. All right, shout out to our brother here, Ghost J, in Jamaica, having fun out there. Pussy don't have a heart, guys. Pussy don't got no heart out here. All right, and the reason why I have to tell men this hardcore lessons is because men think that when women are giving them things, that there's something special about me. There's something special about me. She really likes me. She spends money on me. This is all manipulation. But stop believing this shit, bruh. Stop believing this shit. She just found soft targets. We got a sister. I'm going to say your name. Heather Sterling is in the building. Thanks for all you do. Maybe you use somebody else's name. Your mastermind techniques will provide priceless insight for women who are ready to support men who are bossing up. Thank you. Thankfully for great men like you and Iggy G helping clever women win. Shout out to her. We got a woman in the building. Shout out to her. All right, anytime a woman donates, it's a sponsorship. All right, and she almost co-sponsored. So shout out to her, man. I'm getting dudes to realize that when you boss up, it's harder for you. It's not easy. When you're a quality dude, a gentleman, not every guy's a player. Not everybody guy's a pimp. Most guys are quality dudes, regular dudes, good dudes. They got a good heart out here, and they just want reciprocity. You guys are the easiest to manipulate. And then when you boss up, you're going to realize that the difference between what you were doing and previously and what you were doing now is that you're an easy target. You're a high value target. And $500 is a lifeline to a woman. $500 is a lifeline to a woman. And if she thinks she can get $500 off of you, she's going to be up in your motherfucking face. Grill, cheesing, smiling, grinning, and chinning. Okay. Even when she get that $500 off of you, she gonna think, oh, I got $500 off this nigga. It's a drop in the bucket. All right. But in her, she gonna be in your motherfucking face, all in your grill, all at the cigar lounge saying, yes, daddy, doing everything you wanted to do, touching her motherfucking toes, all of that. You're gonna be examining her effects, rearranging the insides of her esophagus from her vagina. And boom, if you ain't ready for this, you're gonna get got. You're going to get got. And in GN, can I explain why guys like Andrew Wilson, Anton, and PUAs are obsessed with how men spend their money and are dick policing? I did it yesterday. It seems suspect to me. What say you? It's to me, it creates scarcity. Keep up the inspirational work, but it creates scarcity. It makes men panic. Oh, I gotta prove to Andrew Wilson that you don't have to prove shit to me. Okay, you don't have to prove shit to me about how you get women or how you don't want women. You don't have to prove anything to me, but I'm not going to put you back on some plantation when it's not favorable for you. Shout out to our brother. It is running 76, running 76. Facts coach, both father and father-in-law 3 times are remarried. 3rd time. They love pulling you as a bench warmer. Luckily, my father was hip to the game and moved accordingly, which a lot of ladies didn't like. Yeah, one of the manipulation tactics is that men at a certain age are supposed to somehow turn off chasing women. Okay? I'm supposed to somehow, because I'm 40, not want to fuck multiple women. I don't want to have aggressive, dangerous sex. You know, I don't want to be out here having fun, fucking young women. I'm supposed to put my dick away at 40. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to just be monogamous and want to settle down. You at your old age still out here chasing young women? Yes, the fuck I am. You at your old age don't want to settle down with just one woman? I don't. No. I'm out here putting hands on motherfucking hips. All right. But in their world, you're supposed to be just put your dick away. All right. It's 40. You're 45. Put your dick away. All right. Just be. And by the way, it used to be that way before there was Viagra and Cialis and shit like that. Most dudes had to put their dick away at 40. So in their world, men put their dicks away at 40, mostly because men they couldn't do nothing with their dicks at 40 and 50. There's some men still today that can't do nothing with their dicks at 40 and 50 because they ain't take care of themselves. So it wasn't because men were monogamous and didn't chase pussy because they were 40 and 50. It was because their dick didn't work. Okay. Now I'm 50 years old and I'll be out here reporting for duty. My shit ain't got no problem with my dick. All right. And I'll just add pause to everything that I just said for the young people in the crowd. All right. My shit still work. All right. And anybody watching me that know that shit, you can just vouch for it in the comment section. Ladies.
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
My shit, yo. I'm good to go. Now, if you talking about 4 rounds, yeah, we might have problems and shit. All right. We talking about going for a 4-bagger. All right. You could just go ahead and yeah. All right, not a 4-bagger. I can go a 4-bagger onesie twosie. You know, maybe once a month, twice a month. Maybe if it's a new woman, a 4-bagger. All right, but if it's the same old broad, onesie twosies. All right, yo, it is what it is, bro.
Your third leg.
Oh,
was
by the way,
just phenomenal.
if a woman says you fucked her the best, do not believe her. She lying. You got the best dick. You got the. I had a woman in Japan. She said you got the champion dick. She said your dick got the championship. I was like, now you know you slant out. Never mind. Now you know. All right. Hey, we got a woman here says I vouch. Shout out to the lady speaking up. All right. Shout out to my JUCOs in the building. She said I had the championship dick. She was like, you got the championship dick. I was like, stop the bullshit. All right, yo.
Your third leg was just phenomenal.
It's so big. It was in my belly button, in my throat. I was like, thank you. All right. All right. Anyway, this is crazy, bro. I was like, yo. All right. They'll tell you anything for your fucking ego. All right. I was like, whatever. We got Alexander Ruffin says, Coach, I 100% agree with you when you said that the manosphere gave a safe space for loser men to have a voice. I'm seeing the exact same thing in the passport bro community. Traveling and living overseas was meant for certain type of guys. Not everybody.
I'm ready, bitch.
All right. Shout out to you right there with the sponsorship. Yeah, you know, the passport bros versus the passport pookies. You know, I know that's going on in that community. But yeah, it just gives a voice for a certain type of guy that they didn't ruin the experience for everyone else. All right. Anyway, Bob says, damn, if you were considered the backup guy, a huge part of the male population have no hope. He says, were you the fallback guy to your ex-wife? For men who want to know if they are the backup, just look at her ex. Yes. If you look nothing like them, you have your answer. Yeah, I do. Listen, I speak for my ex-wife. I actually got her when she was young. All right. Again, it was a different time. I got her like 2 or 3 years out of college. Now, that doesn't mean she was doing whatever. So I consider women that use the fallback strategy, older women, 32, 35, 40, 45. So my ex-wife I got her when she was like 24. Okay. 23, 24. I think we were married when she was 25. So not really. No, she's still young. Even today, that's considered young. Today for sure. So that's not a fallback. Now, if I met her today, yeah, that would be the case. But also, I've also dated women that I remember I dated this 6 foot one Swedish. She wasn't Swedish, but that was her background. And I remember feeling odd about her. She was like, I really like you and all that. Dude, she looked like Big Bird, right? We looked completely awkward out. I mean, it was like awkward. This was like right before I started the free agent lifestyle. She was actually one of the catalysts to start me on the free agent lifestyle because of how she would treat me. So anyway, she's 6'1". You guys know. So we were completely awkward. She was like, I really like you and all of this stuff. And then, you know, she lived in Long Beach and she had this apartment where she had this Tyrone was her roommate. This Tyrone was her roommate. Big, black, handsome, paws, black dude. He was a cool dude too. And she was like, oh, my roommate. So I go over to her house. She's making me dinner. She's cooking and all of this shit. And I meet her male roommate, Tyrone. I don't remember his name, but he comes out of the room. Oh, hey, she's been talking about you. She really likes you if she's cooking, you know, if she's doing all these things, she really likes you. So he was definitely like a really cool dude, but I know he dug her motherfucking guts out. I just know it, you know, but of course I had female roommates that I never fucked, but judging from how she liked me, a shorter version of this nigga, I know he hit, but he was with a baddie. The woman I was with, she was attractive. Like she wasn't ugly, but she was a little bit older. I was at that point, I think I was like, I'm going to say I was like 30 something, maybe going into 40. And she was like 32, 33. He was in his 30s too, but he was with like a woman that was 28, fucking bad, like way better looking than my roommate. So, but we know niggas, because niggas gonna fuck all of them. Anyway, he was like, oh, she really likes you. She's cooking for you. She's doing this. She doesn't do this for guys and this and that and this. Well, I went to her bedroom one day. I walked into her bedroom and she had pictures on her wall. You know how women like pictures, they're like, you know, the fucking Polaroids and shit. So she had pictures of her wall on her wall. And we really wasn't in a relationship per se, but I stopped and looked at the pictures on the wall. And that was a mistake. That was a mistake. As you said, look back at her exes. That's when I knew I was the handsome guy. I was the fallback guy. Because them niggas was on the Minnesota Vikings. She was at dinner date. These niggas was 6'10". Right? I was like, oh, shit. That's when I knew I was the fallback guy to this woman, right? I was like, yeah, I'm none of these niggas. I am none of these niggas. I was like, whoa, oh shit. I was the sucker. Yeah, she was with brolic niggas and niggas with abs, and they was at football pads on and shit. I was like, oh, hell no. I was like, I'm the goofy. Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Okay. But I would say she did treat me well. She was nice to me. She never really manipulated me. She was a good woman, but I was just in a different phase. And I just looked at it and said, I'm not maybe what she says I am. I was smashing her though. She act like she enjoyed it. But yeah, I was like, let me just go ahead and get up out of here. All right. The Daryl Tranquillo says school is back in Mickey Ficky session. Welcome back, coach. Y'all getting the best entertainment you can possibly find. Did you miss me? Anybody want to deny me? Okay. Shout out to CJ says women believe that a man is only mature when he reaches a point in his life where all of his efforts are spent providing, for following religion, and being monogamous. That's the truth. Like, that's the last stage where women think men should be. Oh, providing, religious, God-centered, monogamous, settling down. Like, that's the perfect stage. And they want to just swoop in there and pick it up, like, you know, like a vulture and pick at your carcass. How you out here still doing this? And you still out here? Yeah. And that's because they want to settle down. They just want to settle down. They want you to be just a settle down nigga. Not like these other niggas out here. By the way, that woman started the free agent lifestyle, by the way. It wasn't the divorce lawyer. It wasn't my ex-wife. That woman started the mindset of the free agent lifestyle of what I documented in the book, because quick story here, if I could do a story time, if y'all got time, because we're not at the 4-hour mark. We're almost there. All right, but you'll miss the story time. Where's my story time button? I knew where it was before. All right. We have a woman in here. I don't even know who this woman is. You're going to have to text me. She says, "Ass, I missed you. I miss you." This is how she started it. What happened was, because once I started dating again and being outside and, Tinder and Bubble and cleaning up and banging and doing all of this stuff and hooking up, women saw me as the good guy. They would just try to latch on to me really quickly. But what I would do was I would use my kids as an excuse to buffer them being, my availability. So because I had part custody of my kids and at one point full custody, I could use that I had my kids as a way for them to not want to be with me, right? I can't be with you. I didn't introduce these women to my kids. I didn't want to introduce them to always a lot of new women. So I would say, "Oh, I got my kids this weekend." Now, what women do is, if they're interested in you in any way, they'll track your custody schedule. They'll track your custody schedule. So what'll happen is they'll know when you don't. All right. Shout out to Heather. Okay. All right. Heather Sterling. Shout out to you. They know when you don't have your kids. So what will happen is these women will do whatever they want. They'll be like, "Okay, he got his kids. I'll be out here doing whatever." But when he doesn't have his kids, I know when he's available, he should be available to me. So they'll be good girl and hope to get into the relationship with you when you don't have your kids. So they will track your schedule. And what this woman was doing, which she wasn't the only one, she would track my schedule. A lot of women were doing that. They would track the schedule and be like, "I know you don't have your kids. Let's get together on this weekend. I know you don't have your kids this weekend," and this and that. So it became a point where then I had too much abundance, and these women would be clawing at my small availability of time, which what happened is I wouldn't be able to do stuff that I would want to do personally. Like if I just wanted to be by myself or do something by myself, these women would be like, "Nah, because I would have to wait till next Saturday, but you have your kids. So let's do something this time." So they would always kind of put pressure on the days where I didn't have my kids. So that's how I came up with the free agent lifestyle, because this particular woman that I talked about, she also was the woman that got my car towed when I had guns in my trunk. All right. And I'm not saying she's a bad woman, but what happened was, she wanted to meet up with me, and she was just making all these pressures of me meeting up with her and why I couldn't meet. And she also probably thought there was another woman type of thing. But what happened was I started saying, I need to prioritize my life and stop dating, because at that point in my life, I wasn't where I wanted to be financially. And I said, I have the capacity to be a millionaire. This is all in the book, The Free Agent Lifestyle. I was like, I have the capacity to be better, have better access to better women. So what I'm going to have to do is stop dating and go to things and events that I want to go to and prioritize my hobbies. That's the free agent life. She literally was the catalyst to that. And I can tell you the exact date that it happened. Okay. Let me see here. Let me see here. Let's see here. She literally, so when dudes be like, "Oh, it's because you couldn't get girls and you couldn't have game and all this." No, what was happening was the opposite. It was too much access to women that I thought were not as good as quality that I could get. So what happened was I told her, I was like, "Listen, there's this event that I wanted to go to, and this is the event. This is the exact day right here. This is what the free agent life." So her name, let's say her name is, let's call her Caitlin. Caitlin was trying to meet up with me, but I was trying to go to this Bones Brigade event where I knew Tony Hawk, Steve Caballero, and all of the Power Peralta guys were going to be there. But she wanted me to meet up with her so we could have sex and hang out and go on a date. And I was like, no, I want to go to this event. And she was like, why you want to go to that dumb event? She literally did like discredited the event. Oh, that's dumb. It seems immature. It's childish. Let me tell you what date this was, just so you can see where the philosophy started to come through here. Right there. April 10th, 2017. This is like a Back to the Future episode. So this was literally the catalyst that started the whole. So this is me going, you know what? I'm going to live for myself first. I'm going to put myself first, my hobbies, my interests, so it started with this. This is where it started. This is the origin. Right. And it started with this one thing. And I was like, I feel good putting myself ahead of pussy. I feel good putting myself ahead of women. I put myself first. I was able to turn down sex and turn down interest and turn down relationships and put my interest first. And once I started doing this and felt good about it, I was like, you know what? That felt good to not go and chase women. That felt good. That felt good to put my priorities and interests and hobbies first, as opposed to chasing sex and relationships that are not going to go anywhere. All right. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to do more of that. I'm going to do more of that. I'm going to do more of that. And that was the event. And I think there's another picture of me in there. There's me right there. And it's still right there on the page. So we're almost at the 10-year mark. I thought it was like 2016, but there it is right there. Nigga showing teeth. And you can see I got the gray beard. The gray's coming in. This is before it's fully gray. I got the Khalil Mack jersey on. And hold up for a second. Watch this. Okay. Guess what I have right here? Look at that. That's why that sits right there. That's the free agent lifestyle trophy. It still exists. So it's the turning point of my life. Is the turning point of my life. That's when I started going, you know what? I need to probably look at where I stand in my relationship, dating, and all of this. I need to look at what I was getting from these women dating. And was I getting value? No. Was I getting happiness? No. They started to stress me out. They were stressing me out. Dating multiple women was stressing me out. I was still kind of going through my divorce and baby mama drama. Okay. And so I was like, you know what? There's more in life than women. There's more to life than dating and sex. And in order for me to get what I need to go, where I knew I was like, I could be rich. Something out there was telling me I'm going to be rich. And I was like, if I keep dating like this, I'm not going to be rich. I could still just fuck these women that are 5, 6s, and 7s. And I was like, it's not fulfilling me. Okay. I need to do something that fulfills me. I chose myself. I chose to be selfish. When other women were like, you're just selfish. You just look out for yourself. Yep. No problems. I'll look out for myself. That is the free agent lifestyle. I had never had anything to do with my ability to not get women and so forth and so on. Yeah, man. And look at the results. I was right. It took a while, but I ended up being completely right. I was right about that feeling that I was having about myself. I was like, you know what? There's a better life out here and it's calling me, but it's going to require me to do something drastic. And a lot of guys can't do it. You guys refuse to do it. I want to be able to get where I need to be, but drag multiple women and dating and sex with you. I don't think you can do it, in my opinion. Some men can, most men can. I think there's another picture in there of me, maybe in the background. Let me see here. That's Tony Hawk right there, for those who don't know. Let's see here. Now, I think I'm in the background of another one of these photos. I think I'm, yeah, you can see me in the background right there. Still bald. All right. Still balding. Yeah. Yep. So anyway, that's the catalyst. That was the catalyst event. So yeah, 4/10/2017. I guess I should mark the date somehow. I should mark the date. But I got the autographs of all of the Bones Brigade members. There's Tony Hawk right there. The catalyst event. And I think I got some skateboard decks coming in. I think I got a Tony Hawk skateboard deck coming in. I just ordered it when I got back. All right. Anyway, what do we got here? Let me check to see if there's any other super chats. Shout out to that girl, Caitlin. I call her Caitlin from Long Beach. She was the starting point of that. And it wasn't that she was a bad woman. It was just like, there's something out here. But I'm glad I took that step. Women, CJ says, women believe that man is only mature. Okay, I got that one already. And let me check the PayPal and we'll get up out of here. Free agent lifestyle for motherfucking life out here. That's it, man. Shout out to the Coach Gang. We're going to be back tomorrow. Peace. And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with Hollywood CGA.
Yeah. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Hey, yeah, we going hard and leaving it all on the floor. Legends ain't born, they built from the grind. From benches to banners, we sharpen the mind. We sharpen the sword and promise and swore that we going hard and leaving it all on the floor.
Vibe blowing at the J, got the loud jumping at the pay. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the bands jumping at the bay. Vibe blowing at my J, got the loud jumping at the pay. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the bands jumping at the bay. Another milestone, look at that. Paper boy, got my paper route till I'm 6 down on my back. I'm an old soul like my dad. My old girl still a fan. And yo girl at the live show, so don't act like I ain't the man. I'm kicking my feet up, get frank like Aretha. I'm calm, but I'm teed up, just flip me a stack. The re-up just doubled up off of the muscle, I stuck to the task. They see me, I'm troubled, I'm bubbling up till it's stuck. And they want me to stay where I'm at. I'm good everywhere that I'm stepping, my presence is crucial. You know that this shit not on trend. On a big wave, I'm controlling the tide. Snake eyes when you rolling the dice. So with the stakes inside, I can never take another nigga advice. They can't reach the sky, I'm aiming up high. Just wanna know what it's like. Y'all know what it's like, I come from outside of this. Out the quicksand, I'm the big man, doing big things. Cop a big change, up a state lines, doing stage dives on cam. It ain't no limit to my vision. Check the temp, I'm on fire with it. Got the bands jumping out the bag, Prosecco on ice. I'm nobody nice. Gonna run up a check, demand my respect. I'm doing the most, I never quit. They want me to quit. I'm good as it come, I'm good as it gets. Vibe blowing.